wait some time, because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand. I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life. That's right! That's right!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Hypnosis, man. I'm so excited to have you guys here tonight to talk about the insane things that are happening in gaming and overall just the internet right now. It's absolutely insane. Ladies and gentlemen, 87 episodes of Saturday Night Hypnosis with our special guest, Lynne. Hello, Kara. How are you doing today? Are you muted? You're muted. You're muted.
No, you're not. Keep talking.
I'm here. I'm here. Hello. Sorry, I unmuted this mic, but I didn't unmute on the software. That's a boomer mistake.
It's all good.
But hi, thanks for having me on here. I know this is a few weeks in the making. I'm glad able to get it all figured out. I'm here after Vegas, and I'm still very jet lagged.
Oh, it sucks. Kara is proof that I actually do schedule things, ladies and gentlemen. Professional YouTuber. Professional YouTuber. I know. Pat myself on the back. But listen, guys, shout out to everybody in the chat. I see everybody coming in here. Let's do our intros because I want to get right into the story, man. There's so much going on. So let's start off with our local trans representation. Leon, take it away.
Yeah. I just wanted to say to Alyssa Mercante, I'm moisturizing these ashy elbows you were talking about so much. Just doing my special Gina Carano lotion there, Alyssa. So if you're watching, no ashy elbows for us here on Saturday Night Hypnosis. Let's have a good show.
You wrote Gina Carano on your lotion bottle?
I did, yes.
That's ridiculous. That is
oh my god!
We do not claim Leon. I just want to listen.
I thought that bit would go great. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
No.
Please,
Wyatt, save us, the savior of metal. Please.
What's up, everybody? I'm Wyatt's Metal. I make fun of metal and especially make fun of Leon as much times as I can. It's awesome to see Kara on here. I've followed her journey ever since getting canceled to now being welcomed into a much better, awesome career, I think. From the looks of it, but you're living proof that the fandom is a successful thing, and I like that. Anyway, let's talk a bunch of shit. Fuck Ryan.
I like that segue. I don't have to say anything. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. What was that, Wyatt? I couldn't hear you over your Californian bullshit. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. It's great to see you all watching today. Yes, I found my sunglasses again while I was clearing the rubbish tip that was my room. We're getting an asbestos inspection, which probably explains why I look so old. But that's a good enough reason to clear my house.
It's not the old, it's just the asbestos.
And clearly, and all the meatloaf you eat.
Hey, I had 2 sandwiches and a good cup of tea before this show started. But
hey, Leon, look at that question.
It'd be great to talk to this fine lady who's had quite the creative journey. Of course, it's great to see Coach again. It's great to see the Persian man, AIDS man, tranny demon, and Atreus. And of course,
in case Alyssa wants to know, she's watching. Alyssa, you misgendered me when you decided to throw so much shade at SNH. Just I feel like you shouldn't be such a bigot.
Oh, right. Well, hopefully we have a good talk about topics of the day, and fingers crossed you all have a great time. So on to our esteemed guest.
Take it over, Kara.
Oh, hi. So hi, for those of you that may not know me, my name is Kara. I was the community manager for for a little gaming publisher called Limited Run Games that decided to can me over one person not liking me. Over not even anything bad, just the fact that I followed people that they didn't agree with.
Didn't that person also not work there?
The person did not work there. Had maybe spent a couple $100 at the company. That's it. That's all it takes to have power in the company, apparently.
Nice.
But yeah, so that went viral, and Eric July happened to be the first person that I spoke to publicly about everything. He kind of made a little joke about hiring me if the position became available, and I've been here for over a year now.
It's awesome.
So,
Living proof that they have.
If you can't tell, I collect Pikachus and I play video games. That's all you really need to know for now.
Oh.
She's living proof that they have literally no power. Not what they used to have anyway. So
she's living proof that cancellation usually works out for people.
Usually, yeah. Very.
You're only as canceled as you allow them to make you.
Right.
Everybody that I've seen get canceled usually ends up much better than prior.
Yeah.
So, not all the time, but most of the time. All right. Why does Gooch on YouTube? Harry is Gooch on YouTube.
No, not Harry.
Old is Gooch on YouTube.
No.
Krusty is Gooch.
Yo.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Gooch here. Welcome to Saturday Night Hypnosis. Unlike Ryan here, I'm actually a cool guy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. I got this little wee channel that I call Diabolical Souls Presents, and having fun with that, reviewing animation and bringing all the knowledge of comic books and animation over here and talking about all the pop culture shit that's going on in the world today, and looking forward to tonight. And nice meeting you, Kara.
Shut up. Atreus.
Nice to meet you too.
I want to give a public apology really quick. I'm sorry, Atreus. I need to give a public apology.
Let me say this. I'm about to address that.
Okay, never mind. I didn't know that's what you're going to address. Go ahead.
Which one of you fag monsters dressed up as me in Lords of the Fallen and invaded Hypnotic? It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time one of you whites try to frame a black man.
I would not dress up like Usher and go on a video game and pretend to be it.
You put on blackface and you invaded him. And now I got fucking scolded for it. But go ahead. What you was gonna say, Hypnotic?
I was just gonna apologize, but to put some context, what Trey is saying, I was streaming Lords of the Fallen yesterday, and I was just having a grand old time in what's already a difficult game. When all of a sudden I get invaded by a flaming dagger wielding black man that goes by the name of Atreus. Literally, the name was Atreus.
No black man ever would use daggers. Let's keep it a pin.
It's called a shank.
No fucking.
Well, those two daggers were on fire.
Like,
and they made everything blow up.
A black dude with a dagger. Let's be real.
That's the gayest thing I think I've ever heard.
Well, Karen, have you seen the show before? Did you know what you were getting into when you came on? When you agreed to come on?
I haven't. But I'm here for it. This is my kind of humor.
The black men would pick up the biggest fucking buster swords we could fucking find. Let's just keep it a bit.
Is that because you're compensating or what?
Her kind of humor.
Is that because there's no guns in the game? I wasn't trying before.
I was going to say that too.
I thought the
same question, dude.
I can't even ask a question. Atreus is gone. Yeah. Anyway, I want to publicly apologize to Atreus for assuming because he's black that he attacked me first. That was very bad of me. And it is what it is. You can't blame me though. The guy's name was Atreus on the game. All right, literally spelled the same way. So come on, you got to give me a break.
Believe it or not, I've tried to use that name in very many locations. Apparently, Atreus is very common. So like it's used somewhere.
Yes, you are.
To be fair, it's a lot of black dudes trying to spell Allen and they just can't spell. So
that's a pretty far misspelling, though. All right. Anyway, Trace, go ahead. Finish your.
There are no black men named Alan, so I know you're fucking lying.
Alan Greer.
Imagine showing up to the cookout. How you guys doing? I'm Alan. Boy, get your stupid ass out of here.
A Trans Lives Matter down.
Trace, finish your intro, man. Finish your intro.
I mean, what else is there? Okay.
Subscribe.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Shout out to Kara. I follow her since she was canceled. That was actually pretty.
Are you the one that promised to simp for me and make me a song?
No. No.
There was somebody named Atreus who did say that they would do that for me.
Definitely.
I'm very disappointed.
Definitely not me. Y'all put on my face again and ran somebody's fucking account and made promises in my name. Come on,
I don't know. Now we got shit wise. I don't know.
Even Kara, even if that was the case, you know our credit.
Do I need to? Hold on. I'm gonna find receipts.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing.
Well,
if you find receipts on a Trace, I'm gonna start believing he's the one that actually did attack me.
No.
He's racing back to his Twitter right now.
The plot is thickening.
I don't remember any of this, but and then
What's your hold on? What's your?
I'm trying to look. See
your Twitter. Hold on.
the lie in your eyes.
Keep that up high for
Atreus.
me.
It's at official Atreus.
There we go.
That's
Let's
him.
see.
Yeah, white girls always got the receipts, man.
Yeah.
Ain't that the
Oh
right
shit!
cook?
I think it is you. Hold on.
No.
That picture looks very familiar.
Share the screen. No, I'm stop.
Share the screen.
Anyway, shout out to
Hold
Alyssa
on, I
Mercante.
will.
Shout out to Alyssa Mercante.
You're misspelling her name. It's Alyssa McCunte.
Melissa McCunty.
Yeah, I call him a cunty. Yeah.
I call her Barnacle Swap because I at this point, she can't keep her eyes off the screen.
You're gonna get another serenade after that.
Well, while she's pulling up her receipts, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you guys like the stream. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Did Coach give us
Because we do have he's going to. I'm just telling everybody to like the stream. We do have certain journalists that are watching us right now, guaranteed. That's a fact. So please make sure to like the stream to show the support for these journalists. All right, Coach.
Journalist.
He who was gone for a little while.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Who is alive. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Take it away, man.
Please have mercy on me. Please have mercy on me. It's for a good cause. So I'm an actor who also coaches, and then I'm a coach who also draws, and then I'm a drawer who also appears as a public speaker, and a public speaker who then kind of sometimes meets up with some nerds and talks about history. And you can find all that stuff on the Coach MC Studio YouTube channel. So if you happen to be someone who likes to be creative or crazy or inventive or unexpectedly weird, but with a fun undertone, not like these guys over here, something like really educated intellectually on a high level with high quality output, right? Like we're talking about real performances.
He just did
no.
Hollywood has changed him. Look what happened. He leaves for a couple weeks.
I leave for a couple of weird ones. No, guys. I mean, it's just a beautiful game and entertainment. Being with you guys together, being always on the hunt for new stuff and kind of reaching out to people and communicating what we have on our mind, on our soul, on our heart, and how we love to kind of bring this world forward and fighting against all sorts of odds. We're, a constant battle. It's constant war. So the master becomes the apprentice, and the apprentice then becomes the master. So join us every Saturday. Join me at the Coach MC Studio. Let's have all fun together. Let's do something amazing every day. And so we will win this battle. Let's have fun.
Beautiful. Now, Kara, do you have the
looking.
receipts? No? Okay.
I'm looking.
When
It's
you
been
find
a
them-
year since it happened, so I just strictly remember the name. The name sounds familiar.
It's okay. I for some reason believe you, but we will see. All right, guys.
Did you happen to go by a different username previously?
He did.
I did.
Yes.
He did.
Oh, does somebody want to
Not looking
type
good.
it out for me in the private chat?
I think that goes against bro code. I don't know. I can't. I gotta think about it.
I don't
was trying to
remember
what
it.
it was.
No, I mean,
If you want receipts,
You
then
saying
this
Kara's
is
not
I
how
don't
you
remember what it
refuse
is. I was just
energy.
trying to pretend like I was, doing bro code. That's all.
Oh, it was Atreus Max. It was just my name and then MAX at the end.
Two quick shout outs, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, Stormbringer gifting 10 memberships before the stream even started. What an absolute mad lad. Thank you so much, Stormbringer. I appreciate you. KRG for 2 says, who's the white chick? JK LOL.
Leon.
Definitely talking about Leon. Definitely talking about Leon. And then KRG decided to follow up with 5 gifted Hypnotic memberships, man. Thank you, KRG. Chaos Lord, I appreciate you. All right, guys, we are all caught up. Are we ready for this, man? Let's get into the nonsense. So there's a lot going on. I want to start off on a funny note, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very short and simple topic about representation, right? There is a person that goes by the name, and let me make a marker for Nerdwar so he doesn't complain at me. There is a person that goes by the name of Arcane, or actually Arcane. Did you guys see this person named actually Arcane? I think I shared it in the chat. I'm pretty sure.
Is this the person you had me look up on my stream last night?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Yes, this is we're not gonna stay on this too long. It's just an interesting thing. So this post she put out. What is this? Oh, whatever. This post that she put out. Did she delete it? Wait a second.
No, that post was from last year. To be fair, the one that you had me look at
was a year old.
Oh, was
it? But it was here.
She wearing a tent there?
Didn't you repost it?
Yeah, she reposted it.
Oh, but didn't you
now
repost
it's not
it?
here.
Can you?
I think I did.
Can you scroll down? Is that a Kabbalistic tree of life? Can you?
No, we're not starting with that again.
It's just interesting because it's always like a reoccurring scheme with these people. It seems. I don't know.
Even though that post may be a year old, it still is hilarious because it goes into the conversation and the narrative of what they're trying to build today, right? So that's why it's still relevant to me. She made a post that says
Nah.
Wait, no. Oh my God. No, wait. She said, and you gotta do with the dramatic pause, right? So she ... She looks like me.
Coach, act.
She's built like me. I thank you. Representation matters. Diablo 4. This woman. Wait. No, yeah. You didn't see this, Atreus? I'm surprised. You would have jumped on a video on this.
To be fair, Atreus' kind would usually jump on a woman like this. So.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
It was on a silver platter. I mean, it's understandable.
I'm not saying that traditionally black dudes like, big back.
Whoa.
No cushion for the pushing.
Yo, Hypnotic, bring that nigga down here. Bring him down here. I will beat the dog shit out of you, Leon. I do not fuck with none of that shit. I do not co-sign that shit.
And Ginger too.
Oh my God. Yeah. So she made a representation matters post. So let me put some context on it. You guys can roast away. So she made a representation matters post about a year ago, and she fake cried on stream. There is a clip under here, so you guys can see exactly what she did, and I will play it. You didn't see the clip? Oh, okay. Well, let's play it for everybody to see. Hold on.
Oh my God, I can't believe they actually. Oh God.
She looks like me. She looks like me.
So that's a little snippet from I guess her stream.
In the mic?
No, that was
I was making a farting sound to imitate.
It was Ryan being dumb.
Speaking, yeah.
The lie is better than the truth.
So she's crying. She's crying because she can finally. The narrative is that she can finally see herself. Basically, she can finally see herself in a video game now. She says right under this post that y'all, this game is free to play this weekend. I'm not paid by anyone in Blizzard. Obviously, you are, because if you look at her account and her profile, she is a WoW partner and a Diablo partner.
Damn. Yeah.
So she's
Hashtag Diablo partner. I'm not paid for.
Yeah,
really.
definitely not paid. Definitely not, getting any kind of compensation for this in any way.
Wow.
And it also fits the pretty typical bill of diversity hire with the she, her, in the pronouns and the
Looks
bi.
like a great advertisement.
She advocated for bisexuality because that's the easiest thing to advocate for to get clout, so you don't actually have to commit to anything.
Right.
And that's basically it. And she apparently is the honored diversity advocate here for the Game Hers, which I didn't even know was a thing until I saw this a couple days ago.
Ginger's another minority group.
Yeah.
Hypno, do me one favor, really quick. Scroll down a little bit. If I just
talk shit
saw
on
this right.
gingers.
Yeah. Interesting.
I like gingers.
Okay. Yeah. So
it's for some game.
Yeah.
Not
Y'all
really
better
sure
be
it's still-
glad. Y'all better be glad
it's
I
still
don't
the
have
shade-
control of the
this-
soundboard, boy.
Why? What would you play?
Goddamn.
Have you seen
Big-
my videos?
Yeah, I know. You use like 20 different things. What would you play? Big Shirley?
Big Shirley. Oh, man.
And why the fuck you lying?
Goddamn.
I could play that one.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
You know she's lying about that fake ass tears.
Of
That's the reason
course.
why I wanted to talk about it, because they really look at this. Look at this
It's
screen
bad.
cap. This really broke you like this. Like seeing yourself in a fat druid on Diablo 4 broke you like this.
I
Is
feel
that
like
what you-
you've been able
I
to
think
make
it's more
that
of a
character's game
realization that
Sweetheart, I guarantee you, your stomach is touching the floor way more than that motherfucker. I guarantee you.
Unbelievable.
Please
Well,
stop.
here's the interesting thing, though. I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, I believe Diablo 4 does not have a body slider. The only character that is fat like this, that is female, is a druid. That's the only way she can get like a fat female. Otherwise, female barbarians are not fat.
Which is
Female
ironic.
necromancers are not
Druid
fat.
Do
would be a
you guys
vegetarian.
believe
Like,
that?
Good, coach. What's that?
Do you guys believe that these tears are actually true? I mean, she's playing there, right? She's just acting really, really badly. I mean, of course, look at her, how needy she, and bada boom, how nice she all is with all accessories and all the color. Do you guys really think she wants to be like this gross, fat, ugly, dirty, rotten thing there in the background? She's just playing. She's just acting very badly.
Yes,
but
I
she's
do.
just acting.
I think she's lying about the impact of it, but I think no, she actually is very narcissistic and superficial. That something as simplistic as seeing herself in Diablo 4. I mean, very clearly you haven't played many video games if you're crying over seeing
That's
yourself
what
in
I'm saying.
Diablo
Like,
4.
I feel like this is not that impressive. I feel like you've been able to make fat characters for a long time.
You've been able to do this since WWF versus SmackDown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like it goes,
I've been
it
able
goes
to do
that
this in
far
Saints
back.
Row.
Right.
Yeah, you can literally see yourself like this in anything.
Yeah. So what the fuck?
So it's simply just about, hey, Diablo 4 is free to play. Let's use our diversity advocates to push this game while it's free to play and go make up a story that's going to go viral, which it did. I mean, it got 4.2 million views.
Good advertising.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely
yeah,
work.
it,
I mean,
it
they're
did
not
get a lot
even
of views, but
that
again, we went through those
similar.
comments last night, and everyone was fucking roasting her fat ass. So, like, I don't really know what the views matter when it's just people dunking on her.
You have
And
to
of
roast
course,
it
when
extra long,
she saw that it went viral, she had to just sneak in that little donation tab. You know what I'm saying? Just sneak it in there.
Of course.
You have to go through the bot accounts that are obviously fake shilling, and
Oh,
then you get to the
God.
real comments like, yeah, they really care about women. Activision Blizzard sexual harassment lawsuits. Man, the harpoons. It's fucked up. The narcissism is really quite gross, ill. She even says here, this is the female druid stock body type, no slider at this time. Hello, does this character get more tired more easily when you make it that way? I mean, you need to both exercise more and eat less. Treadmill. It just keeps going and going and going. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Basically, the whole point is like, what do you think about the superficial fake narrative about representation matters? You know what I mean? Like, and so obviously faking it for shilling for a company.
What's its superpowers? Ozempic? Like to
I
cure
guess.
diabetes? I
So
don't
that
know
would
what
be its
the hell
own
that-
arch nemesis. Like,
Yeah.
It's just crazy how they want to
infect you with something.
They say that, diversity and including all these different ways of seeing people is important, such a good thing, and then they have to fake it so much, and that's so strange. If couldn't they just hold true to it if that's really what people wanted? But they know it's fake, so.
Well, a lot
don't
of
know,
companies fake it as much as possible, right? So like they'll put out something like this, and they'll usually hire bots or whatever the case may be to try to fake the narrative and make it seem like people really are this superficial. Like there is a lot of narcissists out there, but not to this extent. I mean,
whether this is
good.
Whether this is completely played, she's just acting out, or there is really like at her core, there's really like this little twisted child of nefarious origins that really believes that this is a truthful representation, or somehow this should be like a moment of whatever glory in her life. But the thing is, these people who are growing up in these echo chambers, right, in this political and agenda-driven echo chambers there, of course, for them, this could be like a major achievement. Oh, look at this. Oh, finally, we achieved a milestone for our movement, or whatever how they want to spin this, right? So it's more like then at the end, they don't really believe this. This is just one of the check boxes in order to kind of illustrate their power. And so they feel good, like a narcissist would do.
It's just another form of marketing,
It's just
like
marketing.
Kara, the company you worked for before, did they have stuff like this? Are you allowed to speak about that? Did they do stuff like this?
No, none of them ever. There was never anything like that, which
I think she was
I'll
the
give that
blueprint,
to
though.
them. Not really. I mean, luckily the publisher I worked for previously was 100% based off of already pre-established like games that were out, especially like retro games, which was nice. So there wasn't a whole lot of like trying to manufacture fake hype, or they went based more off of nostalgia than trying to emotionally manipulate like people. So
Okay.
I'll give that to them. Now I am on the outlier of all of y'all on this topic, because I actually we've seen a lot of people going after looks lately, and yeah, the girl's a little hefty, but she got excited over seeing a character that is a stock character, which honestly, for a female character, you don't really see a whole lot of real bulky, I'll say that, female characters out there. So I can understand the excitement. Do I think that it was accentuated or hyperbolized her emotions on it? Absolutely.
Emphasized.
She's a streamer.
Yeah.
She's a streamer. She's
Sure.
going to definitely enhance that a bit and dramatize it for content. So
Her reaction
I'm
was
on the
not was
outskirts.
accentuated.
I'm sorry?
I said, if you see that body, her reaction isn't the only thing that was accentuated.
It's just Leon going for it again.
Yeah.
No,
I'm against you guys on this one, but
Kara's right, because when I played Cyberpunk for the first time, and I was able to create the length of my dick, I fucking cried, dude. I was fucking crying. I mean, that thing was swinging. I was just like, wow, bro, I can really fucking see myself. I can see myself.
Oh, you're lying. Oh, you're such a liar.
You God bless.
The more you lie, the more.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I got your cousin down here in Miami. He's always laughing, and you're just like, it's not. He's always sending me messages, but don't believe it. He's.
I thought you were about to say he's always sending you pictures of it. So
I thought he was going with two.
I blocked the pictures. I blocked the pictures.
I was about to question Coach privately, like, you good? No, I think. Well, so on the topic, I think ultimately my issue with it is that you are a Diablo partner, right? So immediately I don't believe you when it comes to this kind of stuff. There is a compensation aspect that is going to sway your mindset. And not only that, you're not only a Diablo partner, you're also heavily, no pun intended, based in DEI. Okay, stop laughing, damn it. No pun intended. Stop. I really didn't mean it. I really didn't this time. You are heavily, God damn it, you are heavily based in DEI. Okay, so since you are heavily based in DEI, I feel like this entire fake cry about representation matters. It's all. I wouldn't call it accentuated. I would call it manufactured. I think it's not. I don't think it's an extreme version of something that was genuine. I think it was genuinely just manufactured. I think it was all fake. The whole thing.
Manufactured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she has two forms. She has two stakes in the game, right? So she has She has the up. Stop it! Stop the train. Stop
I bet she had two steaks.
Chat,
Yeah.
chat. I want to be very clear. I'm trying to be genuine. God damn it.
Big Shirley.
I fucking guys. Man.
Rest in peace to the Godfather,
No,
man.
You have
that's
you have
how
too
gaming
much
goes.
in the game.
though.
Yeah.
That's how, like if this woman's a legitimate real gamer, guess what? This sort of trash talk we're doing right now has been a staple in gaming since 1980 goddamn 4 or something. So you know
yeah,
what?
for
Like,
the
what we're
trash
doing
talk.
right now, real gamers have been doing for 35, 40 fucking years. So hopefully, if she wants to, be a real gamer, then get in on these jokes, have fun, and dish it back out.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It really blows my mind how people like literally get excited about this stuff. Like if you saw the character I created in fucking Baldur's Gate, like dude, my guy is a pale white elf, bro. Now part of that has
because they want to be white.
Huh?
Internalized white
Is that
supremacy
some self-hate you have there?
for sure.
He likes to be like Ryan.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only
He
black guy I
likes
know
to
that
be
drinks
like
champagne
Ryan.
and not Henry.
I don't know. I like being able to say nigga though. I ain't gonna hold you. I like being you know what I'm saying? That might be the one thing. Like, sure, if I was white, my credit might be higher. But I can't say nigga.
Pause.
I'm so glad Dragon Slayer's not here for this episode.
Are we still on topic,
Dragon
ladies
Slayer
and
would be
gentlemen?
having a ball. Like Dragon Slayer, I know he's watching, but he's the type of guy. Like the moment Atreus says it, he just gets the itch. He's like, "Oh, I gotta
he
follow
just
up.
goes for it.
I gotta follow up." And
He put that shit in his fucking
in his video.
thumbnail.
Oh, it's thumbnail,
What
yeah.
the fuck is you doing?
And then he like stretches out the end too. He's like, "Nyeh," and then he hits with the final. Like, why do you do
Dragon
it like
Slayer
that?
is an inspiration, though. He's making us more and more confident to say it. But as
No,
the
no,
only
no,
yourself,
Ryan.
Brian.
No,
as
no,
the-
no.
as
No.
the
I think you
only
have part of your
fat person-
KKK hood stuck in your ass. There's no fucking way that you're getting comfortable saying
As the
that.
only fat person on this panel, I obviously speak for all fat people.
Oh, don't leave
And
Gooch out.
I say, roast the bitch into oblivion. Thin skin don't win, motherfuckers. And if you don't like it, well, you can fuck off.
There goes Ryan with his
I
hardcore
was just about-
KKK.
I want Ryan to get so comfortable with the word that he decides to book a ticket to Harlem just to see what happens. Like,
You can
Coach,
come.
yeah,
I'll,
man.
I'll
you
take
can
you
make
to
a
cop.
movie out of
I'll
that.
take you to
Ryan
Compton
in
sometime.
Harlem, and like,
Like
Yeah,
Die
guys,
Hard
Just to give,
3.
like, to,
He's wearing the
You have to
sign.
do the Harlem Shake, though. while
Guys,
you
let
do
Coach
it.
finish. Let Coach finish. Go ahead.
No, I was just so I have a couple of friends and also a couple of people that I coach that that are part of these groups that meet together a couple of times a year, and then they kind of whether it's World Economic Forum, you name it, right? And so some of these people, and I mentioned this on the stream a couple of times already, some of them are really like, they are nice people. They are cool people. If you meet them on you would never think that they are like, that something is wrong with them. They get manipulated so much, right? And I play sometimes like the devil's game here because, of course, my political view and when I coach them, right, it has nothing. Of course, I can try to influence, but it's not my job. They come to me because they want to get better at communication, pitches, whatever it is that they want to present at those meetings, and I help them out. But the funny thing is that why I'm saying this is, let's say they they fight for a better environment, right? Let's have less trash and all this stuff, right? And they do beautiful stuff on that matter. And then they get picked up by limousines and they drink Nespresso coffee at these events, right? And they fly in with private jets. So they don't really reflect. Like on one hand, they try to do something good, but then of course the matters and the instruments they use, they don't, it's some sort of hypocrisy that is built in the self-representation system and all these judges of the, of a better world and how we should do things and the moral apostles. There is this hypocrisy built in, and this is why it's so tough to believe them, right? So some of them might, really feel this way, but we don't believe them anymore because the whole movement is based on very, very muddy waters.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I agree.
I'm
with you.
sorry. Can I say something?
Yeah, Coach. Go.
Ryan
No.
and Wyatt look like Rain Man right now. Like Ryan looks like this.
brother.
Yeah, you got.
They just don't, they
Nah,
don't,
they look like
they don't.
they-
I just really hope that Ryan Rogerathe ends up like John Belushi.
I live
brothers.
I live in California and it is sunny right now. What is Ryan's excuse?
Light.
I mean, he technically blinds himself by his own skin color.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah,
real.
it does.
It's a mirror.
So bad, it gave me a fucking headache last week on
true.
this show. So, yeah,
No, but
It's the glare
yeah,
from your
the-
forehead.
I know.
Really quick, Justin Atkins Solar for $9.99 says, "How was Monkey Man, Leon? I may get heat, but I liked it."
I know I said I was gonna watch Monkey Man. I ended up going to see Late Night with the Devil instead. So I
Whoa,
will
wow.
I will end up seeing Monkey Man. I still want to see it, and I think it's gonna be great. But I ended up going and seeing Late Night with the Devil, and that turned out to be fucking awesome. One of the best horror movies I've seen in probably the last half decade.
I'll have to
Keep
check
in
that out.
mind, this is still Leon saying that before you get your hopes up.
Right. This is
No,
probably
it's good.
okay.
It's good.
That's a pretty
actually,
strong statement. But then
Vex
again, the
loved
horror has
it,
kind of
Goose
sucked
liked
lately.
it.
I watched
So-
it last night. It's good.
Raiden Kage for 2 says, "We know somebody who was still smashed though."
You know what? Fuck you, Ryden. I don't know. Fuck you.
I think they're talking about Ryan. Ryan's
I
so
like how
desperate. Maybe it's
Atreus just got so defensive right off the bat. That's why I stood
Atreus,
quiet.
that's
I'm like,
one move.
who's gonna take credit for the still would smash first? And it was Atreus. So there you go. Zephyr for 5 says, "I have played Pokemon Go for years and spent too much money on dressing my avatar like a Barbie. I am pissed. I want a refund." Oh, we're gonna touch on that. Don't worry. We're gonna touch on that. That shit is wild. What's going
Forced
on there?
transition.
Literally, like that's not even a joke.
I'm
Like
not.
it's not like you even can keep your old avatar and then choose to opt into the new stuff. Like, no, you're getting trans, bro, whether you like it or not. That shit's crazy.
Nah, you're
It's-
getting trans, bro.
You don't understand like how much I literally died laughing trying to record that video I did on Pokemon Go. It was
That was
hard.
amazing.
I was looking at these pictures and the replies from the women, and I really felt bad for the women. The women were out there like, what
They're the ones that
what
are most
happened?
pissed
Damn, was that a new
What
feeling for you,
happened?
Hypno? Feeling bad for women?
It is.
They
It is.
they fucked the women over
They
bad.
did, yeah.
You know,
They deserve it.
my uncontrollable misogyny wouldn't allow me to. So the way I looked at it, it was like, shit, y'all allowed these motherfuckers in here.
Exactly.
I said the same
Exactly.
thing. I still said the same thing.
Zoolander 2. Have you seen Benedict Cumberbatch in Zoolander 2? That's the shit that they're trying to do to the chicks in Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
Bull-
that's
Yeah, you're right.
The whole Zoolander 2 movie is a whole ritual. It's like a satanic ritual from the beginning to the end. The whole movie, you're witnessing like something really, really strange. Like most of these award shows, it's crazy.
Do you realize how brave you guys are to just brazenly admit you watched Zoolander 2?
I was just gonna say, like, I love the
Um,
first Zoolander. The first one's amazing. I've never fucking seen the second one.
I coached actors on that movie, so I have a good excuse.
That's a good
Kara
excuse.
coming out.
That's a good excuse.
I
What's
love
Kara's
the
excuse?
first one. I love the first one. I haven't
First
seen
one's
the second.
incredible.
I haven't
No,
seen
And
the
also,
movie. I
the
just wanted
first
to make
one
the
was
joke.
really good, guys. The first one was
Yeah.
really inventive. It was
The
original.
first
It
one
was
was
super
amazing.
funny.
iconic.
It's so funny.
It was really super, and of course, you would have expected that maybe the second part is slightly dumber, but it was like this complete trash, right? But it was incredible. But again, it's like
Really?
they shot it also in Rome for. I was there for, and even on the set, you could, you would sense that. And Clive Owen was, no, I better not disclose this type of him. But it was really weird to be on set. It was not a good atmosphere at all. And then it's exactly a movie that has such an atmosphere on set usually turns out to be bad.
There's like 6 comments in the chat of people saying there was a Zoolander 2 that didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
Exactly.
I didn't even know.
Honestly, I didn't even know either. So there you go. TJAP Steve gives 5 Hypnotic memberships. Thank you so much, TJAP, man. I appreciate you. All right, guys, we got 666 people viewing us right now. Very interesting. Good time to It's a good time to transition to talk about trans people in Mech Warrior. It's the perfect number and the perfect
Oh, good. Now I
opportunity.
can feel represented.
Yes. So there has been this long thread going on that's been blowing up with Grooms. Shout out to Grooms over on Twitter.
Grooms.
He
Is that
has
how you
been.
say his name?
Grooms.
Oh, you don't
Like
know
a
the
German
lore,
How are
do
you
you?
not familiar with the lore, Atreus? God
He doesn't
damn it.
watch
on the show.
Hypnocast. He doesn't. No, it's okay. I get it. It's okay. It's okay, Atreus. Don't worry about it.
Fake friend.
Fake
Go
friend.
Chinaman.
First you kill me after I was just trying to level. I was just trying to exist, and you kill me. And then now you don't even know the lore of Grooms. This whole chat knows the lore of Grooms. Look at this, Grooms.
Hi,
Grooms. Come on, man.
I don't know about calling a grown ass man grooms. That shit don't sound right.
I'm
It does
with
when you know
there,
the context
Atreus.
of it.
It does
when
sound
you
weird.
know the context.
No Diddy.
No Diddy indeed. No Diddy
That's
indeed.
crazy. So they turned MechWarrior gay. Okay. So it says yesterday, Battletech publisher Catalyst Games Lab community managers are freaking out and mass blocking many Battletech fans, including drive-through RPG creator and Otter Pups in blind rage. This is the sad tale of Battletech's descent into madness. Apparently, they've been firing conservative authors, defending violent woke contributors, defending doxing contractors, hostile takeover the Battletech subreddit, take over the demo team Discord, and the woke community manager running amok. Now, if you go a little bit deeper into the thread, this is where it gets more interesting because it's apparently someone by the name of Robin, who is a very, very violent person. Okay. This person posted this. I don't know when, but I think it was the past year they posted this. The controversies in Battletech were reignited when emails with Catalyst Labs customer support team leaked. Makes you wonder who leaked them. I spoke to community members who said that former Battletech author and demo team member Robin, who also goes by Valk, had been threatening people for the past year, including gun violence, and by doxing a community member by posting a Google map of their home. The email was sent by someone concerned with this behavior. Catalyst community managers responded by immediately mass blocking anyone who talked about it and anyone remotely related to them in a guilt by association purge. No one has any idea why Catalyst initiated a purge, but it was there. It wasn't there first, and it hit many innocent non-participants like Otter Pops. Then he immediately withdrew all his support for Battletech, including over 160 podcasts, et cetera, et cetera. They've been actively trying to hide their involvement. So if you look at the post from this person, Robin, who I think is trans, I'm pretty sure they are.
They're threatening gun violence and mentally unstable. I'm almost positive they're fucking trans.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of trannies shoot up schools lately. I'm just guessing this is probably accurate.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. They said, Robin, why do you carry a handgun to your Battletech events? It's just a board game. And then they say, because there's Nazi motherfuckers like this running around the community. That's why. And if they try to hurt me, my girlfriend, or my players, I'm sending them home in a body bag.
Yo, girlfriend.
Yeah.
They are.
It's probably another trans female. It's probably another trans female.
Getting laid, so
it's most likely another trans female.
Ryan, we got to talk, dog. We got these dudes out here getting laid. What the fuck you got going on, man?
Tranny demons aren't people, Atreus.
Now, it makes you wonder. It's kind of interesting that this person is bringing a handgun to a MechWarrior event. I don't know if anybody even knew that, but I guess now
American.
They do.
Just for context, I've been going to Magic the Gathering tournaments for about 15 years. You want to know how many Magic the Gathering tournaments I've seen handguns at?
All of them?
2.
Oh,
that doesn't mean there weren't there at others, but I've only seen 2 in 15 years. People don't usually go packing to play fucking cards and board games. And I live in the goddamn Midwest where people just leave their guns in the truck after hunting. So,
yeah, I didn't think that was a thing, which is why I'm questioning it in the first place. But still, so apparently they have this picture from last year. This is what started the whole drama with Battletech Pride Anthology of 2023, Queer Tales from the Inner Sphere. So in case anybody who plays MechWarrior, I guess now you can see yourself by having a trans mech with the sign that says trans rights or I bites.
Oh my god!
What's with this biting shit, man? It reminds me of that furry video that I just saw recently, where they all like biting each other.
It's how they spread their disease. Hypno.
Yes.
Didn't that pedo in that Facebook video or that Twitter video try to bite the cops as well? That got like filled full of holes.
Oh, that was a great video.
Oh, the one that got lit up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Generous.
Yeah, like
street
the
fighting
pedo
Justin Bieber on
the cop,
stage.
the cop stops him, and then the pedo starts trying to bite the cop. Like it was fucking weird.
This this clip is perfect for this. I just feel like you can't play anything without literally vomiting rainbows. Like it's impossible.
I just bought BattleTech, the game BattleTech, about a month ago.
You don't have money.
Now you're gay. How does it feel?
So you support this nonsense? Congratulations.
No, of course I don't.
It's because of you that we have to deal with this.
Ryan.
Great job.
Well, I didn't even know this was a fucking thing. Like, what the fuck is BattleTech? Never heard of it.
What?
Never heard of
MechWarrior?
Black people play.
Black people definitely don't play MechWarrior. Let's be real. Come on.
I also have not played it before.
Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Kara. Thank you.
All right,
I've never played it.
Women don't play MechWarrior either. Let's be real like this.
And the black guy. We're the minorities
I can
here.
understand, but a black guy, no.
The only one playing MechWarrior is people like Ryan and maybe Wyatt if you played games.
No.
Leon doesn't play either.
I'm never playing the game again.
But just in the overall conversation, it goes to show how far this whole DEI nonsense is going, where it's infecting games like BattleTech and MechWarrior. You know, like why do you need trans representation in a game with fucking robots? It's beyond me. I mean, I get the
Why
whole
do you
trans
need
joke.
any flags outside of
Right.
country flags?
Right.
Right.
Well, I don't even think it's just about flag. I mean, they have the flag on here. They also have the what like the the
It's not just
trans
about
emblem.
flags.
It's
It's about
a robot.
flags without
It
the
doesn't
L.
have a fucking gender.
Yeah, it's a robot going into war.
It's about the person controlling the robot. They need to be seen, even though they're never seen, and it's just a robot. But
Well,
they
if-
still
if
need to
I
be.
ever
seen.
You are
these
cannon
fuckers.
fodder.
If I ever see these fuckers, I'm gonna blow them to kingdom come in the game.
Careful, you sound like
Unfortunately,
Robin now.
Oh. Well, communists aren't people, much like tranny demons. So.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, and
you know what?
pedophiles too. Yeah, them too.
Hypno, I might have to just call it a night on you, dog.
Oh, Atreus is running away because I'm calling out these degenerate fuckers.
No, maybe I just don't
right
want
there.
when they come in mass purge. You saw what happened to Tim Pool when they come in mass purge fucking YouTube. I just don't want to be caught in the goddamn crosshairs, fucking around with your ass.
Well, that's what Ryan does. Ryan lets to risk everybody else's platform except his own.
That's true.
And then he hosts
Yeah,
a show
yeah.
called Reality Base and does nothing based or reality. Just like
I
literally,
do. I do.
he literally just sits there and talks to the guests, and then the guest like carries a show for him. And then when he
That's
says
a
like,
reality-based thing to do, Hypno.
and then when he
Right.
says, "Hey, yeah, this is reality based extreme," and then when you ask him, "Hey, what's the extreme?" It's just in the title. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what all it
name
is.
change. Just justify a new
Just name change.
season.
He's not even denying it.
It's crazy. So I think it's ridiculous, and I very clearly you guys seem to think the same
That's
thing.
fucking stupid.
But there is more lore to this. I don't really know if we should go super deep into it because it might take forever. But apparently it's about the community manager. Trying to find where they actually mention it. The reason here we go, right here, found it. Found it. This tells you everything you need to know, right?
Oh, what the-
Jesus.
So
Oh,
this
God.
person,
ugly bitches on tonight. Like seriously, I'm like,
I bet
I
that's
wanna
Ryan.
throw up.
Wow.
I was gonna say, like,
Shit.
damn.
yeah, Kara, Gooch is pretty extreme. Gooch is more extreme than reality-based extreme.
no,
is
I'm
sad.
No,
what?
no, he's not. No, he's not.
I'm not
Uh,
extreme,
I want
this
to ban
person-
fucking
You
hair
are the
dye.
extremist.
but I got
Oh.
eyes, and I like they're hurting right now, and I'm just like, God damn it.
You got to deal with it, man. You got to deal with it.
Man, but
This
you'd be
person,
surprised. I've told you about the what the little femmies like to do. The ugly
Oh, yeah.
women can't get what the pretty women can get, so they just gonna fucking destroy the world, I suppose.
got to make it even.
Yeah.
This person goes by the name Rem Alternates. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this person literally shows for Marxism, number one. This person also took over the subreddit for this game, fired all the people who were moderators there originally, aside from people who would bend the knee. So if you didn't bend the knee, you got let go. And then hired a whole bunch of moderators to take over for that Reddit page who would bend the knee, who would show for identity politics, right? That's how they started. And then what ended up happening was this person, Robin, the one who threatened gun violence, apparently got fired from the company. But the conspiracy right now is that Rem has been trying to rehire Robin, which is why they're trying to bury the story so that they can rehire Robin and nobody would talk about it. Even though
I have a question real quick. Now, this
Yeah.
person works directly for BattleTech, correct?
yeah.
How can
Now,
that
isn't
be?
it
I mean, that's
against,
crazy.
I don't know if it's against the rules or if it's just frowned upon, but a company should not be dictating the communication within a Reddit.
What just happened?
Well,
That means
I'm-
that a company can go in and be a moderator in a channel, but I believe for
Mm.
Reddit it needs to be fan run for the most part. At least that's what I was told whenever I
Well,
was
it says right here
in
there
the
was
industry.
there was two main fan community hubs for BattleTech, a subreddit and the demo team. She went after the subreddit first.
Okay.
The fan owned.
So-
there's your answer. The fan owned and
Okay.
run subreddit BattleTech used to be very active. They had a Helldivers like no politics rule, and then when the fanfic BattleTech Pride anthology was posted, mods took it down, similar to how Helldivers took down posts about Pride capes in their own game. The rule was fair; it was cut both ways, but this didn't sit well with Rem, the Pride authors, or with Sig Marxism, a well-known extreme left hive that pushes politics into Warhammer and other tabletop games. They complained loudly. Rem, with Catalyst, started a new official subreddit and started to officially
that.
promote the Pride anthology. Well, I guess she did.
That's against I'm fairly certain that's against Reddit TOS. So
Yeah, but
that
Reddit
might be
isn't
something that
Reddit
they need to
itself
look
like
into.
fairly compromised though.
Oh, not
Yeah,
fairly.
they are.
Reddit is massively
Completely.
compromised, which is pretty fucked.
Yes.
Because like I've never been a Reddit fan, but like if you look at if you go and watch YouTube videos about like the old days of Reddit when they were as pro free speech as possible, Reddit was like 4chan light. So to see what they are
Right.
now is actually so depressing.
Well,
Because
so
I
that's what I
know
mean.
whenever I was a community manager, we were not able to like remove posts that could be of like conflicting like ideologies. Like that was like you couldn't silence people within it.
Yeah.
And so it had to be mainly moderated by fans. Because initially, like LRG had set it up as like an official one, but that like I believe you're not supposed to be able to do that. But that was
You know, it kind of makes
also
sense,
a couple
Kara,
years ago.
that-
So it might go ahead.
Sorry, because I was just saying, it kind of makes sense that you got fired now that you're being a community manager and whatnot. Because you're the most normal community manager I've ever fucking seen. Like, notice that every single other community manager looks like a hot sack of dog shit, and you look completely fucking normal. So you weren't cut out for that job.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, but I think it's because I was even handed with both sides with them, and how dare I not completely ban anybody who had anything negative to say.
Well,
So,
that's why I was
we'll
saying before that Reddit being compromised, I feel like even though they're not allowed to do this, I mean, in theory anyway, according to whatever rules,
It was like Twitter.
I
It's
feel like they
you
would
know.
turn they would turn the blind eye to
Yeah.
something like this, especially if it's a trans
Yeah.
person doing it. I would think.
Yeah, so that's just, and I don't know if this is still I think I'm still in the big like, so there's that big Discord that's going around of like all the community managers. I think I'm still in it. I don't know if I still am. I know I'm still on the Facebook page, and I saw them post about Grums on there.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it got zero traction whatsoever. They're posted, which really cracked me up. But I do remember there being this big article about Reddit and how the community managers do not have complete and total access over what is said within it. You can post updates, you can post that kind of stuff, but you cannot like control every single aspect of it. So that's interesting to me on how this person decided to go in and completely take over and disregard the rules.
Well, that's the thing.
Which
She didn't.
is
She
normal.
didn't technically take over. She just said, "Fuck, it, I'm doing my own." She made he whatever made their own
but they
their
made it
own
an official one.
Yeah, quote unquote official page, exactly.
And that's not how you're able to do it.
Well, I guess if you're trans,
So
you can get away with
Super
anything.
interesting.
Yeah, right.
It says what happened next happened fast. According to allegations by community, including some ex-moderators, Rem began to threaten the long dormant BattleTech subreddit owner. She said Catalyst will pull all support and followers unless he fired all of the problematic mods and allowed her to install her own moderators. The owner did just that, firing every moderator on the subreddit. A new fleet of left-leaning mods were brought in, all members of SIG Marxism and R Socialism, of course, and Catalyst official rules were imposed on the fan-made community. No politics were enforced, only in one direction, favoring the left. Anything on the right was removed, and then Rem closed the official subreddit, and Catalyst took over running the former fan-based endeavor. Leftist posts began flooding in. So yeah, so she made her own official one, used it to bully the fan one, got what she wanted in the fan one, installed her own team, and then deleted the official one and let the fan one continue running. Now as a propaganda machine. Interesting.
They want to create this cult and install it as a fake elite all over the globe, right? And kind of course, like today I was at the airport bringing my mom. That's also the reason why I posted not a lot of videos. I had mom here for 15 days. So again, apologies. But the thing was, I brought her to this smaller airport, and believe it or not, there was this speaker, there was this public, announcement, and the speaker said, "Yeah, please watch out for your kids and also for your LGBTQ members of your families because there are You know, they're by human traffickers. They get they get picked up way more. And so if you see any suspicious behavior, especially concerning LGBTQ people or little kids, then let us know, because if human trafficking is involved, we want to kind of enforce. Of course, it's like, so there was a speaker at the airport saying that LGBTQ people were, kind of, picked up by human traffickers more than anyone else. Is it like they truly believe the shit, right? So it's crazy how they try to kind of infiltrate this propaganda on every level, that there is something special about this breed of human, of human civilization. We have to take care of them. They're very special. They're very precious. This is our new elite, right? The guys with the 6-colored flag. It's absolutely nuts. And people were also looking up. I saw a couple of families like looking up, is like, what do they mean? Is it like, and then explaining to them, they believe human traffickers are, kind of focusing more on these groups to pick them up for their whatever slave trades. And it's like, it doesn't make even any sense. Why would you pick up a person like that and traffic that person? It's like, it's not even the whole, it defies the whole logic of human trafficking.
Right.
But hey, it's
that
absolutely crazy.
That whole ideology is based on emotion, right? Usually a lot of the leftist leaning stuff is based on emotion. So they have to constantly preach about,
That's
you're
very
in
true.
danger, you should be scared. I mean, look what they did with look what they did when they imposed a travel ban to Florida because it was unsafe for black people. And I was like, what are all the
fucking retarded.
What do all the black people in Florida, what are they doing right now? You know what I mean? Like,
they did that for Canadians, man. They like,
yeah,
up here in Canada, yes,
you're muted. Atreus.
I love the fact that he can't speak.
You're muted. You're
Hello,
muted.
everyone. I'm Atreus. I'm
my
an
God.
upstanding gentleman.
Can you speak now? Yeah, fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty damn hilarious. But they do that because they need people to constantly be in fear. That's what it's about. They need people to constantly be in fear. Otherwise, when people wake up from that fear and realize that they're usually overreacting, they start to kind of wake up, and that's not what they want.
Well, it's just weird how they're always the most victimized for every single thing possible. They're most victimized for sex trafficking, for being attacked online in video games, for getting their order wrong at McDonald's. Like, for every single thing, they're always the number one in everything that's always shit on. How interesting.
Well, if you keep them victimized, they're much easier to control that way.
Yeah.
So is this pre-recorded or live? I don't know. Can I read your comment if it's pre-recorded? Hope that helps. Let's continue reading this really quick. Then it says, soon after the traffic plummeted, the new socialist-run BattleTech subreddit became a ghost of its former self. But apparently, there was one more group she needed to control, the prolific fan group called the Demo Team. And things got even crazier. Shout out to Grooms, man. He freaking does a great job with this stuff. The Demo Team is a very important part of the BattleTech community. Formerly fan-run, it consisted of a group of hardcore fans that promoted the game on cons and coordinated through their Discord server. If Rem controlled the Demo Team and the BattleTech subreddit, she would have all of BattleTech fandom under her thumb. Mary, a Catalyst employee, served as a liaison and a moderator of the Discord Demo Team, but was very hands-off and neutral, letting the fans run their community, which, like what Kara was saying, that's how it should really be. Like, it seems like everybody who was running these communities before were doing it the right way. And then this psychopath was like, hey,
successfully. That's how these companies become successful. And it's not until they're successful, somebody comes in and just like, I can do it better. And then they fuck it up.
Yeah, nobody messes with these companies when they're.
Sorry, go for it.
No, I was gonna say. Hold on. I was gonna say that. Nope, like Kara said, nobody touches these companies when they are in formation, when they are maybe not as popular, when they're not considered, AAA status, whatever. Like, they're not. Nobody touches these companies until there's so much to then gain from fucking with them, or trying to convince them that, hey, I don't know if you know this, but in your very popular community, there's a lot of problematic issues that we can solve if you hire us as a consultancy firm. Hire us. We haven't killed companies before, and that ends up being the case. Because you don't see them work for like indie devs, right? You don't see them working for like all these fucking other companies that maybe aren't like on AAA level or even AA level. But the moment it gets to that point, all of a sudden these consultancy firms start coming out like, yeah, we could fix your problems. Even though we're making up your problems, we could fix them. Just pay us.
And if you don't pay us and hire us to fix your problems, then we're going to tell everyone that, oh, why won't you hire us to fix
we'll shame
problems?
you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Leon, sorry.
No, you're good. Like, but back to Kara's point when she said that, hey, we can do it better. I don't even think they're stating that they can do it better. I think their entire mentality is, and I could be entirely wrong, but it's just like, rather than doing it better, they wait for these they wait for these companies to to become famous, to have power, because that means it's too big to fail. They actually know these ideas are unpopular, but if these companies are too big to fail, then you know what, they can go ahead and start spreading this ideology and this ESG, DEI, the whole nine. They can do it anyway because, well, what's the big deal if we lose a few $1 million if we're going to be on the right side of history in the future? I actually think they know this doesn't make money. The message is more important.
Yeah, the thing is, the other day I had an audition that was sent over by one of my actors, and there was like LGBTQ member, trans and bisexual, whatever. It was highly encouraged by the agencies to send in their self-tapes for this particular audition. And then I looked at the role, and then it was a woman, and that it needed to be a woman. And then I told the actress that was reading for this part, is like, don't tell me anything about the script. I will tell you, she's a strong woman that bosses everybody around. She is right about anything. She has no flaws in her character, and she has a very strange, unlikable way of playing the hero. And she's like, yeah, I can't play this character. It's like, this is impossible stuff. Who writes this stuff? And it's like, insane people. It's insane. This is not even entertainment. And we're seeing this, like, we're covering this every week. Like, this is bombing also because of that, because these characters, they have absolutely no soul. They don't reflect anything that you can yourself identify with, even if it's just a character trait. Like Trey is like to play an elf. Because he sees himself as an elf? No, because some character traits of that elf are interesting and he wants to explore them, right?
Because he wants to be white.
And he wants to be white, of course, we all know that. But hey,
I think Atreus has audio problems, ladies and gentlemen.
I think so.
If that's the only problem here,
you're muted again.
It's the software. It's in StreamYard. That's what's going on.
Damn racist software.
I believe in you.
It's white for a reason.
And the reason why these characters are all shallow, just to finish it up, is because in Marxism, and of course in socialism, if someone sticks out, he's a threat to the mass. He's a threat to the collective. He's a threat to the cult. So everybody has to be, living in conformity, living in mediocrity. Everything is moderated. Nothing is really invented or original. Everything gets kind of displayed by a block entity.
Karen and Atreus stick out right now, being the only black and female on here, so I guess you guys are a threat.
Yes,
Ryan would say so.
My God, it's OJ and Nicole live on Saturday Night Hypnosis.
You would say that, Ryan.
Ryan's
the you know what's wrong with Ryan? Ryan's the kind of guy is when he finally gets information on something, he has to constantly remind you about it until he gets bored of it. Right? When he finally discovered wrestling, he started telling everybody to suck it from DX, like for I don't know for how many streams. Like,
yeah, he's living in 1994.
Yeah, it's the worst. It really is the
Cancer
worst.
killed cancer, folks. OJ is finally dead. We should celebrate.
I'm gonna celebrate, sure. Then it says Robin was sure that the demo team was full of Nazis and made a social media post about carrying guns at cons. Okay, so now we're coming back full circle about carrying guns at cons to put these Nazis in body bags if they came after him/her. Wait, is that their actual pronouns, or you just okay? I guess they don't know. He was compiling a list of these members. Oh, so he's trans. Okay, including personal information which he shared with Rem as she encouraged him and others to report them. Rem is the red Alternus logo. Valk is the purple-haired profile picture in these screenshots. Rem was apparently seeking leverage, and the Docs dossier would eventually allow her to take over the demo team. So this person just straight up took over an entire community and ruined it.
A total infestation.
Yeah. And that's
a disease.
That is a smaller scale version of what we're experiencing in gaming as a whole right now. So like take what
want to hear something really funny.
Online spaces.
Yes.
What's that, Karen?
You want to hear some tea that I recently saw about limited
White girl with
run
the
and
tea.
about
All right, let's do this.
community management.
Hmm.
So apparently they just replaced my role a month ago.
After over a
Wow.
year?
After over a year.
Why'd they wait?
Well, they were looking for a
Because-
tranny, and they're really hard to come by.
Got it.
Well,
They don't last long.
I don't know if this is fact. This is all what I have heard. But apparently, the community manager that took my place was sleeping with the co-owner of the company, and they both got
Recently, the
canned.
co-owner was married.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
Sorry, Bird.
Well, we're just going for the whole Jerry Springer narrative. Fuck it. Married, sleeping. You mean to tell me a
Why
woman?
is that always the case? Why is that always the case?
You mean to tell me a woman is sleeping with someone for a promotion? That doesn't happen.
Dun, dun, dun.
I
That doesn't
wish
happen.
that happened.
It doesn't happen to you, Ryan. That's for sure.
So I'm just waiting to see what comes of the because I still have an alt in the Discord. So I just to see how it goes.
Nice.
Now that a new person is in there, I'm patiently waiting.
That's actually pretty hilarious. But again, it's very believable. Even though obviously it's a rumor right now, you don't know for sure. Like you saying that, I'm like, yeah, that sounds about.
Oh, I ran
legit.
into him, so I know at least there's some truth.
Oh,
I
there
ran
you go.
them together outside.
Oh,
This was like within the. This was after I had heard the rumor.
wow. Now it definitely gets deeper. No pun intended.
Damn
let me
it.
catch up. Let me catch up. I have to get ahead of it because you motherfuckers are just like guttered tonight. Let me catch up
Derail.
on super chats really quick. We got Justin Akinsola for $9.99. If Atreus can't say it, I will. I'll do the big ones if they cute enough, no matter the colors. Signed, a black man.
No.
Yeah. There it is. There
You don't
it
have
is.
to do it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
So you need help. You need to be back.
Why the fuck you lying?
That was for Atreus.
You just look so broken.
Your camera hates you.
I said, hold on. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
We have photo proof. Atreus.
Oh god, Atreus is probably
Fat
hating me for
bitches
doing
need
these
love
right
too,
now.
Craig.
They do.
Fucking
Raiden
don't, though. Fat
Kage.
bitches do not need love.
They do. Raiden Kage for 2 says, bullshit. I play a battle mech after my Yu-Gi-Oh duels. Okay.
I never played
know.
Battle Mech, but I did play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh's
I'm with her on
Man,
that
Magic
one.
Gathering.
We got
you got a
Shadow
little-
Wolf, a member for 1 month, says, sorry, I'm
shut
late,
up.
guys. What did I miss? You missed a little bit. Not a lot. You missed a little bit.
Atreus just shouted at Chopper. Don't shout at Chopper. He's a good boy.
Common People for 5 says, I'm not drunk this week, so I won't be annoying Akara this week. Maybe.
Do it, but do it in super chat so Hypnotic can benefit in some
There you
way.
go.
You know,
You have
this
my
is why we-
permission.
this is why we brought Kara in.
Right.
Clearly. We got Nolan for 10 says, you saved me $30 with your video on Mech Warriors earlier today. Refunded Mech Warrior 5. I'm okay with that. Shout out. Appreciate it. I got 10 out of that
And yet
30.
he only sent you a $10 super chat though. Kept the 20 pocketed.
I'm okay. That's fine. It's his money.
Yeah, I'm
That's
joking, no way.
that's what I preach, man. People do what you want with your money. Do what you want. But if you want to give it to me, I'm okay with that too. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's basically it for that topic. Let me end this marker. And again, these community managers, man, are I don't know. Were they this bad, Kara, when you were a community manager? Like, did you see yourself
I
surrounded?
told you
by
she was the blueprint. Soon as what happened to her, they all started saying, "Oh no, no more."
But she
of
said
these.
she was in the Discord, so like you must have seen these girls, right? Like, no, like how they act.
Yes and no. I will admit that I did not interact with them as much as I probably should have.
Okay.
I kept to myself for the most part whenever it came to like community manager stuff. I had connections that are still in the industry and who I previously met through there,
Right.
but I didn't see a whole lot of the craziness. There's obviously going to be your fan base that can get a little passionate and that you do need to kind of course correct a little bit, but that's more of the people who get mad that a sheet of paper wasn't in their packaging, and then they try to dox you for it.
That's so extreme. I
Yeah,
don't mean to
no,
laugh, but
there's
that's
people that are
extreme.
that crazy. So there are some people out there who are very passionate and need course correction, but for me, I personally kept political talk of both sides out of the Discord because it just wasn't there. That wasn't the place for it. If you wanted to talk politics somewhere, you would do it on a Discord that's not gaming related. And if you wanted to talk politics with somebody that was in the community, you did it in DMs. It's just the easiest way to handle it outside of being like some. And like there was some, I wouldn't say leverage, but there's some leniency that I gave and I took, but it was just, in the end, it wasn't worth it because they would fight and fight and fight and fight and fight. And so I finally just said, shut the fuck up or you're out.
That tends to be how it ends up.
Yeah.
I want to share.
Shut the fuck up. What a dream job.
Isn't it?
Huh?
I want to share a cell phone.
Paid to tell people to shut the fuck up. What a dream job.
Oh, it was great. And they liked me because I was personable with them. Like there are still people in there. I don't know if I should share this, but in the Discord, like they've said that, like they've come out and said that, like the community has said that, like there's no chance for them to repair any type of community after everything with me. Like, let me see what the actual like wording was. The Kara incident destroyed any hope we had of ever seeing a true community again.
Damn.
It was, straight from their Discord.
That is
so, and this was within the last couple of months.
I feel like limited run games like deeply regretted that they felt they had to do that shit.
Yeah. And I blame Embracer for all of that. Honestly, I blame Embracer for like 90% of it, because what I was told, and now I don't know if it's true or not, this could have been them covering their ass, is that Embracer was saying that they were going to pull funding if they didn't let go of me.
God damn.
Wow.
Damn.
So
wow.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I don't know if that is fact. I don't know if that's on paper, but that is what somebody high up in the company told me.
If that's true,
that's fucking.
I know we all gonna look at them like, oh, they're cowards, this, that, and the third. But you got to think of it. If you're at the head of a company, you got how many lives at stake?
And that's what I said. That was where I went with them. Is I'm of course going to be a petty little bitch against them because they fucked me over, and they went against one of their own. But my hostility is more towards Embracer. And the person, of course, who started all the whole shit.
As a CEO of a company, I would have had a team meeting. Like, this is what we could do if we decided to stay as a family and be like what we've been for years. But then we got to deal with these consequences, or we can do the other thing. And while everybody still eats, it's up to y'all. So I mean, if everybody, I would just leave it up to the employees. But everybody got to take a pay cut because we can't. If they decide to stop paying our ass, we fucked.
Trey's trying to take everybody's
and like
money.
we were right at 100 employees whenever all that went off. So I was like, it's either me or 100 people. Like, obviously, I'm gonna say look after the 100 people. Like that's a no-brainer. So that was
but I mean, how many people afterwards like heard about your story, heard about your situation, wanted to get a job with them, being like, yeah, but I don't know now that I can trust these people. They couldn't look out for their own.
Texts from people that were applying to be the new community manager, because I was already in the midst of stepping down as community manager when all that shit went down. I was relocating to a different position within the company, and that had already been filed away in paperwork a month beforehand.
Damn.
So it was, and
How many
I
people
did
that
have
might have made it easier for them to make that decision?
probably.
How many people are there now?
I have no idea. There's only one, maybe two people there that I've spoken with in the last 6 months. So, but it's been a while since I've talked to anybody there. I know that they were under a gag order to not speak to me.
Damn.
Like it was by their lawyers, and
That's pretty damn extreme.
That's fucking crazy how deep.
Yeah, they were told do not speak to me, and they were going around to the developers that they knew had connections with me, telling them not to speak to me.
Wow.
All because of some troll that no one even knows that didn't work for the fucking company.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking
Was
nuts.
barely even a customer of the company because you said they spent what, $200? No offense, limited run games, but that's about the average cost of usually one of their nostalgia sets anyway. So that means they bought one fucking product.
Sounds about right.
Nuts.
But back to community managers and how we basically get fucked with dealing with
A strap-on?
communities.
Oh.
Well,
Why are you smiling, Atreus?
I can't laugh.
you do get a big grin on your face.
Yeah, Ryan wouldn't understand, what makes a straight man giggle when he thinks about fucking a woman. He just doesn't understand that.
Whoa.
It's okay, Ryan. We get it. Sorry, I had to
I
just
was
find it.
making the implication, Hypno.
Sure.
Why do you have to defend this guy? Right? You're whiter.
Well, because black
than
people
him.
need defense from the non-minorities. That's what the news is.
I have to speak for our black panelists.
You're Latino, you're Spanish.
How else
you're
is he
European.
going to find a voice? You don't understand. Unless I pass the microphone to him.
Wait till Ryan finds out I'm secretly a plant.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
I was gonna say
Secretly a
thought
plant
you're going
for
somewhere
Alyssa.
else, but that works too.
Yeah, you're gonna
You
plant
are
your
color
foot in his
roots.
ass.
Oh,
Wait, what?
happy 420. It's a great day for everyone on this panel.
The amount of Kara comments in here.
I
is
feel like we're
amazing.
celebrating this day for different reasons, Ryan.
We are.
Yes.
We are. All right, let me bring up a cell phone really quick that I just thought was pretty damn funny. You guys know about the whole Warhammer thing that's going on. We're not going to stay on this too long because it is a fucking minefield. But Grooms did have a very funny post. So this person tried to, I guess, own Grums in a way and basically tried to showcase his collection, let's just say, and how much money that he spent. So he basically said, post your army, tourist. I like how everybody's using that word, by the way. I would like to say that I started that. At least I feel like I did. But anyway, we all know you won't, but you didn't give a shit about 40K until you saw a chance to try and drum up Gamergate 2 to grift money from the losers that still listen to you and for the people wondering what a real hobbyist looks like. And then he posts this picture, right? So, all right, all good. All good. That's fine. You want to post your collection? That's fine. But I'm not going to lie. Grums did a massive own and said, where are the women space marines, bigot? Because this is the person who is trying to get mad at Grums and people like Grums who are trying to call out the female custodies thing that's happening right now. And for someone who is an extreme hobbyist and calling everybody else, not a real gamer, well, where are they? That's all we want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to give credit to Levistro, who I assume is in the chat right now, because Levistro had another pretty good comment on this same thread here. He's like, bro, that's your army? I've met hobbyists that have shelves. That shit is tiny. Like, and the dude had to double down.
Yeah.
Like, well, this was from a year ago. Here's my collection now. And he posted another picture which had more figures. So good on you, Levistro. I saw that earlier and thought it was awesome.
I gotta tell you, man, the Warhammer community is pretty wild. Like, I knew they were already wild. I knew some people who were really into it, right? Like we had a viewer on this channel. He hops in every now and then. Goes by the name Kilo 10. I know, like he does this. Like he paints figures and everything like that. He was always showing them off in Discord. And he said, like, anytime I wanted to get into Warhammer, let him know. Like he'll just give me the whole fucking rundown. Yeah, they're extreme.
That's one of them shits that you got to sacrifice a portion of your life.
Yeah, that's a fucking.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't done it, because I know like it's gonna be a deep dive. Like it's one of those like It's crazy. Like
It's
I
one
know
of the
that.
motherfuckers where you got to choose between vagina and it, and I'm like, nah, bro, I don't know. I don't
Like
know, bro.
when I went to get into Warhammer, because I played several games. I'm a big tabletop RPG guy, but like I realized that to get into Warhammer, I would have to sacrifice Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, video game time. Like you have to sacrifice 3 or 4 hobbies just to dedicate the time and money into Warhammer. I was like, I can't justify it. But Warhammer is awesome.
I'll
I
paint
highly
them
recommend
for
people play
you.
it.
You play with them. That's why.
Oh, dude,
I
I paint for shit. I always hired my buddy Fahey to paint my models.
This is your problem.
I mean, I paint every Sunday morning. So I have a group that we paint every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And whether it be Warhammer or I just did a statue for Link from Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom. So painting is like, so the mini figs from Warhammer are expensive but fun to paint. So
Yeah,
I had a buddy.
I ain't painting shit.
Oh, dude, he was
so
so good at
fun.
painting. Like he did his own like side thing where he would do custom painting, and like the coolest one he ever did was I think it was the Tyranids. I don't remember what faction it was. I think it was Tyranids, but basically the dude wanted them custom done to look like xenomorphs, so he did like the matte black, and then went over with this like shiny paint job of clear liquid, and then added like the green ooze coming out their mouth, and it was so fucking incredible. Dude paid him like $800 to paint the whole army. It's amazing what Warhammer fans would do.
What the
Well,
hell?
I mean,
I just want to
Somebody-
listen. Hold up, wait. Because people love to criticize black folks for buying jewelry. Y'all niggas spending $800 on painting figures. Fuck that.
It's probably a lot
I
more
had
than that.
somebody who commissioned me to 3D print their character from World of Warcraft. And so I 3D printed their character and I went through and painted it and sent it. Yep,
flip that.
Sent them.
Also, Atreus, that's a
Shut the
really
fuck up.
unfair comparison. White people have real jobs and real money, so they've got the money to spend on painted figures. They're not like
First
trying
of all, hold on.
You're a black man, so
Leon,
I can't
where
say
do you get the heroin you buy? You get it from us, nigga. Fuck out of here.
I'm just trying to stay skinny, goddammit.
Alyssa
Mosquitoes and pit
Mercante is
vipers
going to
like
have
the rest
plenty
of
of
the suburban
content.
moms.
They're going to have plenty of content, man. I want to show this because this right here is the problem, and this goes across everything. All right, fuck, like not just Warhammer. This is the problem everywhere. It's companies listening to people who don't buy their shit. Right, so you got this person saying, I don't think you know a damn thing about the lore if you think that there isn't already a ton of female representation. Obviously, talking about the other factions that are female based and advocating against the whole female custodies thing. This woman says, I don't even play this game, but I go to my local game store and I look at the minis for sale, and all I see are men. Having a token female mini in most of the armies is not representation. Unless you're telling me roughly half the gendered minis are women, I see an issue.
So they don't know the lore. Even there's a whole company based off of women that are badasses. So they want a single character in this army, or they want to self-insert into this army because they don't go out of their way or even inconvenience themselves slightly to learn that there is actually a fucking army full of badass women.
Actually,
Well, the thing is,
armies. Yeah,
she
Exactly.
wants, but she's saying just a few are not enough. Like you need at least 50%. She's telling me unless roughly
not how
half
that
the
works.
gendered minis
Yeah,
are
that's
women,
how it works.
unless half of them are women, she sees an issue. But the thing is, like, she openly admits in the beginning of the sentence she doesn't play the game. So this
She only
person is
glances at
trying
the
to.
figurines sometimes when she walks by them.
She's trying to change. She's trying to advocate for a change in a game that she doesn't play. It's a very strange thing. And the only reason why she's advocating for it is because it's representation based.
So if she is able to actually go to a company, provide them with analytics saying, hey, if you add this percentage of female characters into this already established army, this is going to bring you money, and prove to them that it does. And if it does not, that's on them. They remove everything. And then you can say, haha, I fucking told you so. You're dumb. We don't need this shit. So the fact that, like, if they could actually prove that what they're saying actually works,
Right.
then that
requires work.
There would be exactly. but they're too lazy to inconvenience themselves to either look into it further, or they're just bitching on behalf of somebody else.
What I find,
Hypno, if you got a moment, share my screen, because this will explain it all. So this is the most fascinating thread I have found on this Warhammer.
Can you make it bigger?
Pause.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh. God, what are you? All of you just
God damn, what the hell's wrong?
What the fuck is going on tonight?
It's too much diddying going on around here, dog.
At this
Whole lot
point,
of
That's not racist. That's sexist.
Hey, Anita Sarkeesian
Get it
said
right.
everything is racist.
No, it's
Okay.
true.
Everything is racist. So just remember that.
Sexism is racist.
So
Facts.
this is gonna hurt every single one of you. I love this change. Once they remove the genocidal, misogynistic language from the game completely, I might consider starting to play it myself. It won't be Warhammer 40k anymore if they keep changing it. It shows how creatively bereft libtards really are. I think it would be a great tool for teaching my students about inclusion and the importance of uplifting oppressed voices if they just ironed out some of the more problematic aspects of the game.
Go fuck yourself.
It gets better. Play a different game then. The clue is in the game's name itself. Warhammer, the grim darkness of the future. There's only war. They've capped it off. No, I want to play this game, and I don't want it to be about boring war and death stuff.
What the fuck, bitch? Play another game.
Time out. Hold on. So I saw that.
That's got to be a fucking troll.
I said
has
the
to
same
be a
thing.
troll.
I thought so. See, I thought so as well.
troll.
I thought so as well, but it came from So
share your
Combat
DMs.
Wombat is does a lot of the Warhammer stuff. Like I followed him for a lot of Warhammer stuff, and he talks about it as if it's not a troll. So I don't know, because I thought the same thing.
That's a troll. I firmly remember that being a troll when I was reading about it.
Okay, fair enough. If it's a troll,
but
then
if
fair
you
enough.
back
But
that
yeah,
up.
there's so many of these that are I can't tell, and that's the thing, is you can't fucking tell.
I mean, he lost me at the well, no, I'm sorry. I realized, like, at the end, the last statement where he was like, I don't want it to be about boring war and death stuff. I'm like, all right, you're clearly trying too hard. Like, I feel like at this point it's someone just trying to get a rise out of a Warhammer fan. At least that's how I see it.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know if the chat, a lot of chat is saying that's a troll.
It is a troll, then fair enough. That's a whole lot better than what I thought it was. But because it came from Combat Wombat, I was like, okay, this might actually be a legitimate conversation somebody was having, because we have seen people have these ideologies and have these beliefs when it comes to the things we love. I mean, when the people talk about Link being trans, and talk about how Link is actually, if you look at Breath of the Wild really hard, you can see his breast removal scars and whatnot, and how it's coded in the game. When people think like this, then you see posts like that, I couldn't tell it was a troll. I'm gonna be real.
They're just schizophrenic.
I'm not convinced. Yeah, there are crazy people out there.
They truly believe that the stories that they have come up with are
That's
the
fucking
100% truth.
Wow,
That's an army. That's a
That's
holy
Wow.
shit. That's
Can you imagine
How many
somebody showing up
points
to your
are we
house with this
talking
shit?
here?
Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
How much? Hey, for any Warhammer fans, the real fans in there, how much money is that right there?
Oh, dude, this is easily minimum $2,500.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say 25,000, bro. I was gonna say
no,
wow.
that's more. That's more.
But I want you guys to think about something really quick. Think about this. These pictures, right? With
Wow.
this level of dedication. This is dedication, right?
Beautiful.
You are giving up these fans for what? For who? For
Those
what
are
exactly?
dedicated
You're
fucking
blocking
fans.
these people. You realize, like, the official Warhammer page is blocking these people who are speaking out against the female custodies thing. Like you're giving up these
That's
actual
insane.
dedicated fans for what? What? Who?
ESG money.
Guys, we're
Lynne,
moving in circles.
indoctrination.
These companies
Well, I know
have
the
been
answer. I'm just
hijacked.
saying.
Yeah, these companies have been hijacked. They don't belong to the people anymore that founded them. Not in the in the moral sense, not in their values, not in their shareholders. They've been bought up and they've been, they've been replaced. So you have a board and they are pushing through the agenda and they're hiring these people. They don't care. It's like they are building the system where they try to hermetically seal off every aspect of culture from any like normal ground invasion, like folks that build these cultures up, right? They want to seal it off and they hijack it completely. And this is then how they want to propose it to the new economy, to the new customers also.
Well, it's sad because what ends up happening is with these IPs, like we were talking about earlier, When they start to grow and grow and grow, and they get to a point where they're big enough, you got BlackRock and you got Vanguard coming out of nowhere with their eyebrows raised a little bit, winking at them like, "Hey, you want this ESG money? Come on, take this ESG money." To the point where
honestly, they think they're getting ahead of the game. They think they're doing something.
Who's they?
Yeah,
these companies
system,
they think they're doing something to get. They don't want to die out. Like you see what's happening with the comic book industry, how it's dying out. Now you're seeing companies trying to get ahead of the game by doing these practices, whatever the message, agenda, whatever it is, and it's gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt them even more because the money coming from ESG is gonna only last for so long. So
I agree with that. I mean, I think it's more like what you said, but even closer to, they're so arrogant with it because of the ESG money that's coming in. It's like, why do I give a fuck about you raging about the game if I know I'm getting ESG money anyway?
Can you zoom
That's
into
what happened
this
to the Saints Row
army,
game.
man? It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful army. Wow, how many fucking hours?
This is what happens when passion is replaced, by just straight profits. Like these companies that were founded, it's kind of like what Grums was talking about before, how Blizzard was founded on passion from people who didn't even have experience in the game industry and just came together and started doing their thing just for the passion of it. It's the same thing here. These companies are founded by passion, run by passion, grow by passion, and then eventually what ends up happening is the passion gets sold off. That's really what it is. You guys got to remember the ESG money. I say it all the time. That's money now. It's not money. They don't have to wait 10 years to make a few $1 million. These CEOs don't have to wait 10 years to make a few $1 million in their bonuses. They could get it now, and then it doesn't matter what happens to the company at that point. They're already millionaires. Who gives a fuck? If they have good accountants, they'll invest some of that money, become even more millionaires. It doesn't matter. So the passion
that brings an interesting point. That brings so maybe we should start shifting our focus as fans. Like, okay, we're no longer fans of the studios, but we're fans of the creators, because a lot of these guys leave and go and make another studio. Like
no. Have you seen Snyder's film? That he's creating shit.
I'm not talking about movies. I'm talking about video games.
Okay.
And a lot of these guys, like BioWare, a lot of the people from BioWare went off and made their own studio. A lot of the people, who were the guys that made Dead Space? What was the name of that studio? They went off and made Callisto Protocol. While it wasn't as good as everybody hoped it was going to be, it was still a decent game. And it didn't have that woke shit that Dead Space had in it. While I didn't think it was much woke shit in Dead Space, but obviously, EA took it and destroyed their studio.
But it's not just our culture. This happens to every brand. Like, think of a fashion brand, right? You create it in the beginning with a couple of your friends, some supporters. You have a beautiful brand. You think, you have your ideal, and then there is like this big company coming in, buying you off, and selling now cheap products. The same is true for beverages, for record companies. Think of artists, right? Record artists in the beginning, they usually
punk.
They produce.
It started with punk in the late 70s, where they sold out.
Yes. They sold out. But the problem is that sometimes our background knowledge is just not sufficient, because now we can see the data, now we have full access. If you look at the whole Woodstock movement and then look at the producers, look who produced all these bands, who brought them together, who made them live together, who organized the events, like literally everything. It was like a huge. This is what we're seeing unfolding right now. Who's paying all these companies to drive in a certain direction, to create all these events, to insert all these figures, to hire all these non-creative amateur directors that have no idea how to put a story together? Like, who forces them to do that? It's, again, they're pushing something because they believe in a future customer, and probably they're also right. Because if you look at what happened after Woodstock, there were like decades of future customers created through this false narrative of this movement in the 60s. And they are hoping for the same result here, obviously.
But they tried to do that again to make the profit in 99 with Woodstock 99. And look how that turned out.
Yeah. This is karma, right? Because then you know exactly what happened that night and all these days, right? This is evil lashing back to you because you're just exaggerating. And then bada boom, of course it turns against you. And the same thing will happen here too. I think they also underestimated our reaction, our resistance to it on all fields, right? Because we are witnessing fields like we are a rebel moon in our own right. What we're doing here for almost 2 years, this is rebelling every day.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
not a good comparison right now.
Yeah.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me right now.
But no, I know. But
Our
it's, you know,
opponent's greatest weapon, and I think we can all agree on this, is infiltrate.
Yeah, this is going to make it more sense.
They always infiltrate anything successful and tear it to fucking bits. They see something successful, they see something profitable, they see it enter the mainstream. Doesn't matter if it's political or pop culture. They infiltrate it, they tear it apart from the inside out, they fucking destroy it, and they move on.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan,
Is that why you say unsuccessful, Ryan, so that you don't get infiltrated?
that's what I said, dude. He's so
Ryan.
he is so against a certain something that I won't mention here that he won't get a
I
job.
gotta admit, Ryan's way more useful when he's just dancing.
We've been
That's a
fighting
legendary.
the same opponent for 235 fucking years, and it's
Yeah,
just the
that's pretty
latest manifestation. Coach will get my
That's true.
drift that he's a big history
Yeah,
buff. But yeah, maybe this is how the Warhammer universe starts. I mean, the story gets destroyed, and then all the fans embody the Warhammer spirit, and Warhammer 40k all these motherfuckers. The planet is saved, and we take on some fucking bugs and combat robots and
No, it's
creatures
just a
on
taking
recycle.
on shit.
What the
It
fuck
just
are you
cycles
talking
again.
about?
It's
I just wanna
Warhammer
play
lore,
Helldivers.
but players.
Huh?
Carol wants to play Helldivers.
Hell
I
yeah.
wanna play Helldivers.
Oh, I'm
I
playing
will
right now.
say-
What you trying to do?
I will say
Oh.
that it is. The fuck is this kind of what is going on here?
You're just dishes.
I want to play Helldivers. He mentioned smashing bugs and
Yeah,
robots.
but the way you
and...
said it, you want to smash the
And Trace
bugs.
is
Like,
playing
it's
it right
just-
now.
What the fuck?
Nobody here knows the Warhammer
Nobody
lore.
ever asked me if I want to smash
Nope.
some bugs. Atreus just
You
showed
have
up.
me on Steam.
No, first of all,
Fuck up. You have me
whoa.
on Steam. You've never asked me.
You're right. Damn, you got me. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yo,
shut the fuck up, Hypnotic.
Every time I join your
That's why you
game,
never argue with a white girl.
like Hypno always complains every time I join your game.
Why
he
you
leaves, like,
always
10 minutes.
lying?
Yeah, I gotta play the clip.
It was such a good
I'm gonna play the
song,
clip
you
on
know?
my stuff.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
There you go. Okay, I played it on myself. I will say though, let's go back to the subject. I will say that it is wild the cover up that's happening with Warhammer. Like they're editing the wiki page. They change the what is it, the Brotherhood to the Warriors or something like that. Like they're editing all the terminology, and then they're still trying to gaslight you and lie to you and tell you that it's always been that way since the beginning. I think that's really what's pissing people off the most. I think it's that particular aspect of it, because it's not about the lore change. Because listen, lore changes, not all the time, but lore changes happen. We get it, okay? But the fact that you're changing the lore and then you're gaslighting people and lying to them and telling them that it's always been that way, that's what pissed people off a lot.
You could have see the thing is the thing is you could have found a creative way to retcon it. You could have been like, hey, we secretly discovered this faction of female warriors that had been secretly hidden from us from a long time. There you go. At least that showed that you tried. Your bitch ass got on fucking social media and said, yeah, by the way, there's female warriors. Get the fuck out of here. Like, who do you think you're talking to?
Well, that's the gaslighting, and they tried to pretend like it was always that way from the beginning, and people just fucking lost it. People started calling him out, and everybody who called him out was getting blocked left and right. It's still happening till this day. People still getting blocked, and I think that's really what caused the drama. If they just flat out said, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, you would have got roasted for it," but I think people would not be losing their shit to this extent, because one thing people hate is being lied to, and especially people who are nerd buffs. Like they fucking love lore and they dig deep into it and they're all for it, especially Warhammer people. It's wild. Like we said earlier, you got to dedicate your life to that shit half the time.
I keep saying it in my videos and streams and shit. Warhammer has more lore than Lord of the Rings, and that's not an exaggeration. It dwarfs Lord of the Rings in terms of lore. So if you've got and you've got people that are willing to spend literal thousands of dollars of their hard-earned money, God knows how many countless hours of their time, yeah, they are invested in, and a lot of times have invested for multiple decades. So when you go around changing the lore for ideological purposes, because Warhammer has changed its lore before. No one is saying it hasn't. No one has said that the lore has been consistent for 40 years, and now this is the very first change, and I'm angry. No one's saying that. What we're saying is the change was done purely for ideological reasons, and that is, of course, going to piss off longtime fans that have spent Again, thousands upon this isn't like Final Fantasy or Jack and Daxter or insert video game here where you buy it, for $70, $60 one time. Yeah, it changes the game. It's still bad. It's still annoying. But I can only imagine how pissed off people will be if they've sunk thousands of dollars into it. That's a pretty justifiable outrage, in my opinion, if you were only doing it to play a political game that's not going to matter in 10 fucking years.
Is that your bird going crazy?
Yeah, sorry. I get fired up. He gets fired up.
Kara, can you tell the bird to shut the fuck up? There you go.
No, the bird is super cute. I listened to the bird.
Oh, wow.
Wow. You saw the strays you just caught there, Leon?
Wow.
She said she listened to the bird, not you, though.
I mean, I agree.
A whole lot of nothing.
This is the Carolyn
stream. That definitely wasn't pointed.
Definitely not. Let me catch up on super chats really quick. Shout out to Yellow Flash, the only person who likes to play Helldivers with me. Appreciate you, man. Super Kitty gifts 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you so much, Super Kitty. I appreciate you.
Lying?
We got Monkey Man 04 with a $2 super chat. Make asylums great again. I agree. We need to bring that back.
Huh?
So is that your alt account?
Atreus in an asylum.
Wow. No, you missed the reference. That's racist. Angry Badger gifting 5. The Kara can't even control it. Get you good?
Go on.
I'm good. I just apparently have a really racist mind.
No, we were all there with you. We were all there with you.
Welcome to the show.
It's only Ryan who is just retarded. Don't worry about it.
How dare you?
Angry Badger gives 5 Hypnotic memberships. Thank you so much, Angry Badger. I appreciate you. We got the #1 Trojan, something Ryan's never used, for 5. Says, remember, Notch's biggest mistake, and look at the companies that get bought out.
That was good.
You like that, right? Smooth. Smooth. You got to be smooth.
Don't ever say you like that
Ryan,
that again.
Ryan, you're not smooth. That's the problem. Like Ryan, Dragon Slayer, they're not smooth with it, right? They wind up their jokes, and by the time they wind it up, they fucking fall on their face.
They were talking
slip it in, then they don't even notice.
They don't even notice. Exactly.
Yeah, you just gotta slip
by the time they try to slip it in, it's in the wrong hole anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Badger, never say that again.
How you gonna tell me pause after all you motherfuckers have been making dirty jokes all stream? Let me have one.
Bastards.
Let me have one.
That was the first time he's ever done one. We're gonna be like, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
Yeah, seriously. It's like, well, it's too much now. It's too much. We got John Andrew 5 says Leona's got a bird. Make him a butt pirate.
Yar.
I didn't need that. See, Leon, I did not. You did not have to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right?
God damn it.
Thank you. I agree, Kara. Ryan Kage for 2 says, you do know that Lord of the Rings is in the GW universe.
I mean, that
Games
makes
Workshop?
sense because, yeah, I mean, I didn't know that, but it makes sense because the Warhammer universe is literally our universe just 40,000 years in the future. So yeah, that makes sense.
There you go. All right, we are all caught up on super chats, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the Pokemon Go nonsense, please. Can we talk about this? This is where all
Pokemon masters,
all the women in the chat are going to lose their mind on this one.
It's hilarious.
When I talked about this on
when
I talked about this on Hypnocast, man, the women in the chat were like, "My avatar has been ruined. R.I.P. my avatar."
Yeah. They cut your tits off and gave you a dick.
All 3 of the women in
see
your
that
chat,
hog right there. In the
people still play this
more than Ryan has in his chat. So
yeah, and a lot of people who play this are women. Ironically,
this is like 10 years
most
ago.
mobile games.
My family, who are total normies, played Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
so
it's the easiest, simplest game to get into. I mean, if you're
10 years ago.
Can I have my narrative?
Gooch, I think you
die off 10 years ago. Like it's not just a 10-year-old thing. Pokemon Go has stayed consistent. Hell, I played it heavily for the last.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know until last year. I consistently played it ever since it came out, and there was a lot of people. Like my city has a large. Well, I don't know about now because it's been about a year, but for the last 7 years or whatever, my city's had a large Pokemon Go community. We would go to the various parks and downtowns and whatnot, all hunting together and shit. Then we would go to get food afterwards, various restaurants. Like Pokemon Go was a big deal still.
Let me
bring a shot at Leon in the comments right now, and I think it deserves to be pulled up.
What's that?
Oh, lay it on me.
Most of the new avatars look like Leon now.
Oh shit. Leon's okay with that though. He's embraced it. He's transitioned already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I raised the ESG scores on this show. It's okay.
I would sue him.
It's much
I would
needed.
sue him, Leon.
You and Atreus are the only reason we're still around right now. If Atreus wasn't around and we'd be fucked a long time ago. With Ryan's ass, yeah, absolutely.
You didn't know that black men don't count towards the ESG ratings?
They do. to an extent.
We don't.
Somewhat. You know what's even insulting about this? This is the official Pokemon Go poster that they used to advertise this update, right?
Yeah.
And like I said on Hypnocast, this girl, who is very clearly a girl, okay, at least that's what it looks like to me anyway.
And has a chest, you can see.
Got boobs, got soft skin
soft.
features, not too much of a chin, small shoulders, very feminine, whatever. Somehow transforms into this. Whatever the fuck this is, bro.
It has a heart on.
The fact that
I was worried that I was actually gay for a second. I was seeing a bulge. I'm like, is it just me? Like maybe I'm actually a fag. But,
no,
no, that's sitting low. That's sitting.
Why has it got a belly?
There first, like
it's
the belly's
like
bigger than its breasts.
It's just like the Nickelodeon documentary that came out. These pedos just put it right in your face.
Did you say Nickelodeon?
Yeah. No, I did not. No, I sure did not.
Your favorite show? Hey, Arnold.
I said Nickelodeon.
Sound it out. You can do it. Enunciate.
Use your words.
Was that you, Leon?
What?
Hey, Arnold.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Oh shit! No, but seriously, what the fuck did they do to this girl, bro? I feel bad for this girl who was just probably happy to be in this
She has a
advertisement.
gun. She has a gun. Like I don't know what the hell that is. Like it just.
I mean,
like it's
isn't
bigger
it
than
all
her breasts.
Wasn't it all the moms that used to call Pokemon Pokemon all the time back in the
Yeah.
day? And now you're literally
Dude.
just becoming a man, whether you
got
like it or not.
I got a great skit. Maybe the Babylon Bee could do this. Where it's like some woman wakes up all beautiful, turns on their Pokemon Go, looks in the mirror, and she looks like that, and like panics and freaks out. And all like the Pokemon Go women run outside and just have a crisis and like freak the fuck out.
But that's literally what's happening. It's like
Yeah.
it's not even a skit. Like all the comments. I think this article pulls it up, but all the comments about the female avatars, man. The sad thing is that, so like we were saying before, the sad thing is they didn't have a choice in the matter. It's not like you can stick to your old cute avatar or whatever that these women, women spend a lot of time making their avatars, their characters, especially in games like this, accessorizing all that shit. So you spent all that time, and then imagine you went to bed with a cute avatar and you woke up trans. So like that's literally what's happening, and it's not. It's not like, I'm not being facetious. Like, hold on.
No, they removed every
actually a
feature
really
of
good
gender.
allegory for real fucking life. Like, hey, one day you're in high school, everything's normal. You go to college, and 4 years later, you wake up sucking cock. Like,
that's wow.
With that one as well.
Life
Okay,
story
then.
words.
Okay,
Is
then.
that not
But
what's
look at
going on
this.
university
They literally
right now? If
removed
you go to
any, like-
Stanford to be a lawyer, and the next thing you know, you're wearing dresses. That's how universities
Oh.
are operating right now.
How do you go to sleep? Your character looks like this, right? And you wake up and it looks like this now. Like
Depression and alcohol.
How do you not uninstall the game at that point? How?
But it shouldn't this be illegal on some front? Like, imagine spending the money you spend on this game to make your character look a certain way, and then the fucking creators just decide, no, fuck what you made. We're gonna change it post after you paid it. Like after you pay, like imagine me paying for a BBL, and then I come back 3 months later and my character's BBL is gone. Like what the fuck?
Well, so I think they can get away with the argument that it's a free to play game, right? I think that's like
No, not after you
that's
pay.
Cosmetics
No.
work free
Not
in the slice, but no,
after
the
you
cosmetics
pay.
are heavily monetized.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
but not all of them. Maybe some of them are free.
If I paid for a tummy tuck, how you gonna give me a fat ass belly back again?
What?
But in this case, you didn't pay for the tummy tuck necessarily. We don't
Is
know
it
if these are paid for.
BBL Big Black Leon? Is that what you mean? Like, what does BBL mean?
Jesus Christ, he's uncultured.
If you don't know, it actually means Brazilian booty lift.
serious?
No,
I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
Even Kara's like, I'm ashamed to even be next to you right now. It's just terrible. Terrible. Yeah, I don't know if these cosmetics are paid for, or whether they are or aren't. I don't know. Some of them I know obviously are, but I think some of them are free.
Too?
No, but you know what they did? So let's point out the obvious, right? The face totally restructured to be somewhere in between like a man's face and a girl's face. They don't have an elongated face anymore. Now it's kind of like the chin has been raised. It's more squared out. The shoulders are brolic, without a doubt. The waist is not slim anymore. They got rid of the hips. They completely straightened it out, flattened. The pelvis is also larger.
Quite noticeable.
Elongated.
Much larger. Yeah, I was gonna say much longer. they definitely accentuated the thigh gap a little bit. And they also made the upper body. They made the upper body longer and the legs shorter, from what I can see.
But also notice
no
that
calves.
the posture of the legs is that of a man, right? Because men have more like O-shaped legs and women more like X-shaped. Also, the whole
most women
posture,
stand to the side like this, like the little.
Yes. On the
little
right
Sorry,
now,
my
we
husband
have a
brought me
bit
snacks.
more.
First, he feeds me tacos, and then he brings me a giant Kit Kat bar.
Hey,
and that's not an innuendo for anything. I promise.
That's what I was eating,
Sorry?
a Kit Kat bar. I was eating a Kit Kat bar.
I am almost positive that you.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
No,
Kara
I'm not.
was
Kit Kat
definitely.
bar right
I'm not
there.
talking about you. I'm talking about Kara talking about the big black candy she got in her hand. All right, that's what it is.
I married a white man. It's not that. I promise.
Oh, that's good.
It's
Damn,
not
that-
black.
Oh,
I promise.
wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's rough.
You can breathe a huge.
No,
sigh of relief.
no, that's. Oh my god.
The way you said it, it's not us. You said it that way. Anyway,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, these characters are
Wow, so I just tried to log into Pokemon Go for the first time in like a year, and it's telling me it's down for maintenance.
I'm sorry.
Is it?
It's telling me it's down for maintenance. Yeah.
What a sado you are playing Pokemon Go.
Did you also have a
I
female
hope you
avatar?
know that my husband just yelled from the other room, "Why won't you let people think I have a huge penis?"
That's awesome.
You see, that's how I took it. See, I'm glad. So he agrees. He agrees. He agrees. The chat agrees too.
Good man. You got a good man.
I'm gonna bring up some other examples, but I mean, you guys can kind of chime in. Like, I don't know if anybody played Pokemon Go. I played like when it first came out, and I just didn't give a fuck. I played around a time where they allowed you to play while driving, and then that like there was a whole bunch of accidents and shit that happened from it.
I remember
that was was wild.
I played in a time where I was like, working, and then in southern Georgia, it is not good to be black and in some random white guy's yard trying to look for a damn Charmander. He is definitely coming out with that 12 gauge. What you doing on my line,
Well,
boy?
they'll let them have some
shit,
turns,
I just
but
caught a
they
blast
won't
voice.
let the women.
I'd love it
Yeah.
if you said you're stealing his Pokemon.
Well, I think this is a female character. I believe
for sure.
It's a female
Rosie,
avatar.
it's definitely Rosie O'Donnell.
I was
I'm
just gonna
thinking the
say
same
that.
exact thing. Rosie O'Donnell. They went with that look. Actually, this could be the person we talked about Arcane earlier in the stream. They finally can see themselves. Just need to change the hairstyle.
I used to love Pokemon Go. I used to play it all the time. I used to live across the street from a park whenever I lived in Texas, so it was really convenient to go walk the trail, that kind of stuff. So it makes me sad to see that it's just fallen off the wagon so much.
But it's one of the it's like what we were saying earlier, right? Like ESG, DEI wasn't happening when this game was starting out because they were starting out. They had to get a fan base, build up, get to a point where now I guess they feel as if maybe the game was dying. I really don't know. I feel like it had a dedicated fan base. It wasn't like huge or anything, but it had a dedicated fan base. And the thing that goes in its favor, you got to remember when it comes to their numbers are heavily skewed by the fact it's free to play. So you got to look at it differently from a AAA game that costs money to buy. So yeah, they're always going to have a high player base, high numbers compared to everything else, but it's also free to play. So for a free to play game, their numbers are really not that impressive, I don't believe. Anyway, Gooch, go ahead.
Yeah, is this just in North America or is this international? Because I'm curious about this.
The Japanese are roasting this.
Good.
It's not in their market. They're literally roasting.
That's what I
it.
figured. That's what
They said they took a picture of a fat chick and it was translated and they said this person looks like they can have a Pokemon battle by themselves. That's what the Japanese. That's what the Japanese said.
Damn.
Literally. And then I mean, I was also saying that this is going to make a lot of people who are not in this culture war space. This is going to make a lot of people ask questions and wake up and realize that, hey, because look, you got people saying, why y'all make everybody ugly? I mean, these people probably weren't tied into this shit. We are not androgynous, wrote Tom DiMaggio, whatever. Like, look at this. What is this?
That's insane.
This is crazy, bro. You turned this person into
played. No, they're not getting my install. Fuck that.
This girl says, please tell me how you think the new avatar looks better in any way.
and it just will not let me sign in. I've tried to sign in. This is my 4th attempt, and it's just stuck loading. Like, it will not let me into the game right now.
Good.
Because you're a
They don't
bigot.
deserve-
Sure, big. You know what's funny too? A lot of people. The joke going on right now is that a lot of people are so angry with their avatars, they're putting them in costumes to hide how ugly they are. Like
Yeah, I saw that.
this
The
person,
face, they're
makes
hiding
sense.
the face.
this person put their avatar in a Snorlax outfit until the fucking change happens.
That's
They're
awesome.
like the current solution until the updates revert it. It's not. Oh my god.
Oh
what is
my
that?
god.
Let me see. Ew.
Oh.
Ah.
What the?
Fucking,
Hey, Ryan, she's perfect for you.
fucking Iggy Azalea.
That is Ryan.
Bro, they have completely destroyed. Look what this person says. You've made our avatars into some creepy androgynous thing. It was 100% to appeal to trannies. I'm telling you, man, this update, as stupid as it is, it's going to wake up a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's gonna make
They
people
pissed
ask
the
questions.
VTubers off, so they got to beware.
Oh yeah. There's people out there that are already asking questions. Why did you do this? Well, what was the reason for this? And once they start going down that rabbit hole, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You're gonna start red pilling a lot of people. A lot of people. You fucked up my
probably
pretty
it's-
avatar.
Mhm.
And you got to think about how long did this game come out?
It came
How-
out in 2016.
2016.
Bro, so
Yep.
8 years
So,
ago.
8 years ago?
8 years of a fan base. And we're not even talking regular fans. We're talking about crazy Pokemon fans. 8 years. And you are, you definitely red pilled a lot of people.
Yep.
They're
Because
going
they're
to
gonna start noticing. They're gonna be playing other games. And be like, why is that character ugly now? Why is Lara Croft ugly now? And then
Oh, yeah.
Well-
That's my headcanon. Though. So this is what I want to be true. This is why I truly Niantic Games Workshop. I want them to be doing this to wake people up. They're like, fuck it. They go the Itachi route from Naruto. For those of you that are familiar with Naruto, they're like, I will be the bad guy that wakes everybody up. I know I'm not really the bad, but I'm going to change the lore. I'm going to change the art styles of these characters, and it's going to make everyone so angry that they're going to rise up, and we're going to see cultural change, and we will fall on that sword. I know that's not what's happening, but by God, I want it to be.
Well, this is, to me, this is like the political game that they're playing, where Obama, he used social media for him to get elected. He used it really well. Now they're trying to go overboard with it, and it just seems like there's like oversaturating everything with their message and agenda, and it's going to hurt them. Like more and more people are going to be
in
just
panic mode. I think,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Gooch, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is because they're realizing that the cracks are getting more and more and more and more of
Yep.
the narrative has fallen apart. So they're pushing more and more because they think they can contrast that by just, pushing more volume out. This is why they're accelerating also what is happening to Warhammer, Battletech. They're accelerating the process of infiltration because they're losing more ground, and by doing that, that's actually a good thing because these people are obviously completely out of place, and like Hypnotic was saying, they're waking up more. I think they're waking up more people than indoctrinating actually by doing that.
Well, and you see it even Rebel Moon, like the comments for Rebel Moon right now is it was a horrible movie, but at least it had DEI. Like that's where the mindset is. Like that's the mindset. Like, so people are getting more and more turned off by.
Or they didn't have DEI.
They did have DEI. They had it in the movie. So now people are like you're seeing people like just say, oh my god, like has nothing to do with what the movie is about. Like we don't need to go there, and these people keep pushing this shit, and it's turning the blue people to the red, and they're sinking themselves constantly. That's my thoughts on
they
it.
Need to
learn more
they need to
about
do it.
Learn more about one of our Niantic local business recovery initiative participants called Rise Hair Studio, an LGBTQ friendly hair salon whose mission is to lift others up. Why isn't their mission to do hair? Like, I don't understand. What's
Right.
I would lifting the woman in the middle up. That'll be quite a challenge.
But if you look at this picture, it's you can see where the inspiration came from.
I would 100% go to a black barbershop before going to this shit.
I
So
go
would
to
I.
a black barber or to a Cuban barbershop. It's the best. No, but the thing is, even in entertainment, we're seeing this, right? These people are popping out of nowhere. They're getting directors' jobs or very, very like high budget projects, right? They shouldn't take care of and all that. And the failure is absolutely evident. And to a certain extent, yes, these companies are already pricing these failures in. I mean, they're not stupid. Disney is not stupid. Amazon is not stupid. They're pricing the stuff in. They know these
sure about
products
that?
gonna be just they're just tax write-offs. I mean, these people don't even have like somewhere in an island in the Pacific they have their legal headquarters in Panama City. They don't care about that. But at a certain point, the shareholders, the stockholders, all the other people, they're gonna wake up, right? They were gonna wake up at a certain point and then they say, hey, what is going on? Like what?
Did y'all
what
hear
fuck
about
are
the
you guys
diversity
doing
bounty?
The what?
The
The
what?
diversity bounties.
No, what's that?
Yeah, there's the rumor that like a lot of companies, especially in Hollywood, are paying bounties for diversity. So, like for you to have diversity. So, like if you're a director, and you know, you might get like 5,000 a head for different quotas to hit. So, like you want to hire even extras, like how many actors and how many actresses and like camera guys, and however like you get paid, the more diversity you have, the more you get paid.
Yeah.
What's her
We
name?
covered- we
One of the
covered this
community
also.
managers. I forgot what company it was, man. I covered this like 2 weeks ago. One of the community managers admitted that the company they worked for was paying more like per head to hire women. Like they were trying to whoever they paid to hire for them, they were paying double to get women.
Yeah.
Apparently. And then she openly then said in the same statement that the gaming industry is misogynistic. So like they're paying double to hire women, but they're also misogynistic. So after a while, you get confused, you know.
But like all these companies are dying.
It's
They're slowly
yeah.
dying. Like
Then they die, then the infiltrators go to other healthy companies, kill them, and that's how they keep on going and keep on growing.
Do you know the reason why is because communists hate money?
Exactly. They're not financially based people. That's how they're still around, even to this day.
There is no such thing as money anymore. We are all in so fucking debt that there is no money anymore. We can't pay our debt for the next 750 years anyway.
We're dealing with parasites. Communists aren't people. Parasites, not people.
Good news is I've already got bottle caps with currency.
No, you have to research the origin of communism and Bolshevism and where that actually comes from. March Revolution, what actually happened there. You will
We'll talk
always
about
find the
that
same
this
group of
coming
people.
Tuesday, Coach, but we don't have time
Exactly.
here.
6 p.m.
But
Eastern Standard
isn't-
Time. Just a little
Why are you
public service
combing your
announcement.
3 hair strands?
isn't that isn't that more socialism? Like they're trying to be a socialistic
No,
state?
that's no. It's
I mean,
Bolshevism
socialism
in the
is
end,
communism
it's-
light. So
Yeah.
You care about your hair
Communism,
more
right.
than I care about mine, Ryan.
It's because he doesn't have much left.
And I have a lot.
Exactly. It's the
I need to be
Kara-
like a colonizer. I need to colonize all of your hair.
Kara, you don't realize that Ryan, his hairline, as far back as you see it right now, it was half of that when he first showed up on this
Has
show.
anyone gone
like
back
he
to the first
his
time he showed
hairline
up?
was double the length forward when he
So
started.
that's what you guys do to
True.
people. So this
Yes.
is my warning
Yeah.
to never come back.
just
Well,
it.
dude,
Correct.
Ryan has aged like a fat president. Like,
It's a one.
If that's what takes you to never come back, then you might be as bad as us.
Just
first
one
shows
question,
are always-
Kara. Just one question for you.
That's
Guess
an evil
how
laugh.
old I am,
That's
Kara.
good.
Go on.
I'd
Guess how old I am.
say,
Don't be nice.
oh man, I'd say
Where
like
did you buy this new polo shirt, Ryan? Where's this polo shirt coming from? You stole it?
It's not fucking
stole it.
new.
You got a job at Walmart.
Take a guess. Damn, I want to hear this.
He has a color.
late 40s, mid 50s.
You fucking.
That was great timing.
Now the question is, are you gonna guess how old I am?
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not as funny as when you figure out what his age.
That's a trap.
32.
That's a trap. Don't do it, Ryan. You don't have experience with women. You don't know. Don't do
I
it.
am 24 years old. I'm the youngest person on this show.
And he's going to die soonest.
he's not joking, by the way, Kara. He
He's
really
not
is
joking.
24.
No,
That's what
Yeah.
he's always told
Yeah.
us.
no, I don't.
Yes.
Yes.
No, really.
Show me your driver's license, bitch. I don't believe you.
I don't fucking drive.
He lives in the UK.
He lives on a rock next to the UK.
Yeah, he's afraid of driving, so that's why.
We make references. We make references to shit that happened in 2000.
Saturday
and
Night
he has no
Hypnosis
idea
brought
what we're
to you by
talking about.
Keeps.com.
You're the baby of the group.
Yeah.
Yet he looks like he has sodomized everyone here. Yes.
Once there.
First of all, Leon, I need you never to say no shit like that ever again.
Does he not look like a pedophile? Like
that's crazy. You can't say shit, Leon.
What do you mean?
You really gonna point the pedo finger when you got hair and a mustache like that?
Absolutely.
If Carolyn keeps this up, she's gonna have to be permanent member. She's
Yeah.
very big.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like this.
Next
This is great.
episode, we're like, so we
down.
lost Leon and Ryan, but
I'm
Kara's on here
sold.
full
I'm
Yeah.
time.
So Leon has fully transitioned and say hello to Kara. You know, like that's basically it.
Actually, to be
Perfect.
fair, going on as the token tranny, it makes sense that I'd be considered a pedophile. Yeah, they do like to touch kids, so it makes sense. That checks out.
What? Why would you
That's
say
getting
that?
close.
You mean the lore? The
What's
lore
wrong
checks
with
out.
you?
Yeah.
I
He
commit
hangs
to the
out with
bit.
us. I mean, that's the problem.
That is the gayest thing I have ever heard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit, you guys are insane. Am I caught up on Soups? No, I'm not. Dr. Kocho Dragon, member for 8 months, says greetings to you, amazing people. As a Pokemon Go player, my condolences. Who hardly plays it now because now it's a pay to win and changes it to raids. It's not the same. Yeah, well, I think they have much bigger issues now than that to deal with. I would imagine. I don't know if they ever actually released their player base numbers for any recent numbers. I know they did in the beginning. Obviously, they were shouting to the moon about how many players were downloading the game, but now I just really don't believe that it has that many players, even for a free to play game. I could be wrong. I mean, it is still Pokemon at the end of the day. I could be wrong.
That shit was huge, so I wouldn't doubt
It was gigantic. It was literally like everybody and their mother was playing it. I remember driving down the road.
Because I remember my mom asked me, I was like, what the fuck are you talking
Dude, driving down the road, it was fucking dangerous. I'm not even kidding. Like, it was literally dangerous to drive down the road because you got people running into the streets, fucking like looking at their phones. Nobody's paying attention. You got people in their cars looking on their phone. It was bad.
I told you why
it
I
was
stopped
real
playing.
bad.
I told you why I stopped playing. My last straw was trying to chase down, I think it was a Dratini in a fucking cemetery, and there were like 2 white kids there, and they were like, "Are you looking for the Dratini?" And I'm like the only adult out there. I was like, "I need y'all to fucking stay back." Fucking, I don't know where your parents are, but stay the fuck away from me.
Anytime you go into a park, it was crazy.
Is a regular viewer. I've never seen him in the chat, but they posted this comment that one black is like, "I'm gonna be quiet. This is some white joke shit."
Oh my god.
Yo, what the fuck?
Chat's wild tonight, man. Chat's wild. All right, guys. Let's go into one of the last topics of tonight. We're going to talk about Lara Croft. Shout out to Melanie Mack. RIP, the Lara Croft remasters. It looks like they pulled a Final Fantasy VII remake. Apparently, Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered was just hit with a post-release censorship patch.
Wow.
That removes the Lara Croft pinups from Tomb Raider 3, The Lost Artifact. So in this scene here from Tomb Raider 3, there is there's 2 posters, one of Lara Croft in this pose and one of new Lara Croft surrounded by candles. Now, apparently, it was in the remaster originally. Here's the remastered picture so you guys can see the proof. You obviously could tell it's a remaster because of the graphics. Here's the original where it's all super pixelated. And for the remasters, by the way, you could switch between original and remastered. I don't know if anybody knew that or whatever, but you can. But apparently, again, here's the proof that it was in fact in the remasters, and now they have actually removed it. This is the picture of the remasters now.
That's got to be illegal on some front. You sell me a game,
Yeah.
and then you can that's setting a horrible precedent.
That's what I really want to focus on. Okay, Kara.
In the disclaimer, they state in the disclaimer that they are not changing anything.
Correct. If you look at the
I'm wondering
trigger
if
warning.
it was a particular dev who either it's a fuck up in code and it got removed, or it's a malicious dev who removed it. And I did see that there hasn't been any comment on it as of this time. So
I don't think
they haven't acknowledged it.
No, someone asked, "What is the fucking like?" If they were gonna have one of these woke ass, dumbass disclaimers talking about how things are culturally insensitive, what's the point in having a disclaimer if you're just gonna remove this shit anyway?
Yeah.
Well,
that's why I'm wondering if it's a glitch.
But
that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Legal action, you
can be a weird glitch.
There has to be.
would
That's what I really want to. That's what I want to harp on, Atreus, because it's the legality of the situation, right? So there's a couple things that are very wrong with this. And then you guys can chime in.
You
So
gotta
number
reach out
one,
the legal mindset.
Number one, the patch, right? They came out that showed all the changes. This is not in the patch notes, so they don't even tell you that they removed it, right? So this is something that's in the patch that wasn't disclosed in the patch, so you don't actually know about it. So they're trying to be sneaky about it right off the bat. Can it be a glitch? 0.1% chance, I would say. Yeah. I'm not going to say 100% no, but 99.9% probably not. Especially something like this, given the climate of the situation and Lara Croft and Crystal Dynamics and what they're trying to do. Like Crystal Dynamics didn't even make the fucking remasters, but they still had to put it out there with their disclaimer. You know why? Anyway, that's number one. Number two, there was proof that it was in the game before. Obviously, now it has been removed from the game, so you can't even say, "Oh, it was always like that," like Warhammer. No, it wasn't. We can clearly see that. Number three, if in the game right now, after the patch, if you switch over to non-remastered form, it's there. If you switch over to remastered form, it's not there. So it's not like they took it out from the not. Yeah. No, that's why. Like these pictures is from the same person who switched over to non-remastered and then remastered. So it's in the original non-remastered, but in the remaster they took it out. So it's purposeful that you took it out of the remastered part of the game. It's not like you took it out of both of them, right? So you took it out of the remasters because you can actually see it. Where in the obviously in the non-remastered it's all pixelated. So there's definitely an agenda there. There's something there as to the reason why you did it. So you're sneaky about it, right? And it's very clear that you took it out of one and not the other because you can see it. And then, like I said, I wanted to harp on the legality of it. I'm really sick and tired of this post censorship shit, right? So you sold the game after saying that, like Kara said, look at this trigger warning rear. It says, rather than removing this content, we have chosen to present it here in its original unaltered form in the hopes that we may acknowledge blah blah blah. But very, very specifically it says original unaltered form, right? That right there, if I feel like that's a lawsuit, it's got to be something you have to be able to do something.
I will ask, is that disclaimer strictly just for the original version of the game? Because now I haven't played this remastered version. So I'm definitely I'm against censorship in gaming. Like obviously whenever we want to hold true to the creations of the past. I think that's important. Because if you get comfortable changing history in one format, you're going to get comfortable changing history in another format. And it's just it just leads to one bad thing after another. And so what I'm considering, or what comes to my mind in this is this disclaimer strictly for the original version of the game? And is the remastered version and the original version both on a single disc or on the same game? I haven't bought it, so I don't know.
So you could just go into the menu and switch it.
So kind of how in like Halo Master Chief Collection, where you could just swap mid-game between the graphics is what I'm going to.
You could just switch it on the fly.
Do? Okay. So it just kind of they don't say that they are acknowledging that they aren't altering the remastered portion of the game, which is where I think the wording of this could get us if there was a lawsuit that tried to happen, because they aren't. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, without even the wording of it, there has to be repercussions for companies that sell you an alleged complete game. We're not talking about a live service. We're talking about a game that's supposed to be a single player game. I'm supposed to get a complete product. This is what I bought, and then later on you take stuff out. If they can do that, because they can market you anything they want to market you. we can say, hey, we're going to release this game with a new rocket launcher to come with it. And you can buy it for that rocket launcher. And later on, they can come out and say, you know what? We're not really pro guns. We're going to take that out.
That's why I have a problem with a lot of games that are strictly online only and require you to agree to a terms of service before we even play a game. Because in those terms of service, they like a lot of them state that they have the ability to change the content of the game at any time that they please, which is where they get us, because it's in those terms of service.
That game has terms of service, don't it? Who got Tomb Raider? It has terms of service.
I don't think so. It's not an online game. I don't think so. I don't think this game had a terms of service that you had to accept before playing it. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But what I will say is that first off, nobody's buying these remasters to play the original. You know, they leave it in there just so that you as the player can see the comparison if you so choose. But to say that this disclaimer is for the original game, I don't think that's the case, because they say the games in this collection contain offensive blah 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 or whatever, and then they say rather than removing this content, we have chosen to present the here in original form. So whether it's it's very vague, right? So let's say they can argue, well, we never actually said it's the remasters, right? That we weren't going to alter. It's like, okay, well, if that's the case, you have your original game here that you're leaving unaltered. Isn't the whole point of remastering the game is to remaster the original game? Like, why would you put you're giving me both games, right? You're giving me both games, and I want to play the remastered version of the original game. That means by you taking out this stuff, and this is not the first thing they've censored, by the way. There's another thing they censored, and I'll show you. By taking out this stuff, you're not giving me a remastered original game. You're technically giving me an altered version of the game, which goes against what you're saying in your original trigger warning over here. I just feel like even though it's vague, a good lawyer can easily get around this.
I don't know. I think you're just a fucking bigot, sexist, misogynist, and all you want to do is stare at your time spending it looking at pinup Laura Croft. You fucking heathen! How dare you?
There is
women are not object, Hypno.
There is that. There definitely is that.
I mean, well, that is correct, but also
now there is another censor. This one, I guess. I mean, I understand.
This is ESRB rating reasoning. This one was
right?
They did acknowledge this because of ESRB.
Right, because they can't show a nude woman. This guy had a nude woman on the back of his coat, and then they just basically put her in a bikini. That's it. Which I understand that to keep the rating the same. But ultimately, we know that this was an intentional removal. I don't think it's a glitch, and the fact that it's in the original and no longer in the remastered is a pretty easy sign that this was on purpose. And I don't even think they're not even like. These pictures aren't even anything crazy. It's not like you can see Lara naked. This poster, I mean, half of the people who play Lara Croft probably have a poster like this in their room. I mean, what's the big deal?
At least they did in 1999.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had those posters.
I think everybody did have the first one at least.
It would come with a Game Informer subscription. Like, hey, open up to the middle and you get a free poster, and it's shit like that. Like magazines would just give that shit out like candy if you paid $9.99 a month to get the newest issue.
Yeah, so it just
remember when Game Informer used to actually be something worth something?
Sure do. Still got a bunch of my old issues.
I remember the Kingdom Hearts 2 one. That was a good one. I really just am with this story again. I'm focusing mainly on the legality aspect. I'm tired, and this brings us back to the original conversation with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, where they censor Tifa in remake, and for whatever reason they did. Ultimately, it was bullshit. It was censorship. And people try to gaslight you. Oh, she was underage in that scene, so that's why they did it. No, stop. That's not why they did it. I really don't think this shit should be legal. I feel like if you, especially, I don't know, man. It's hard because Kara brought up a good point with the terms of service. Kind of being the get out of jail free card with these companies. I still feel like this you sold the game with the idea that it was an unaltered remastered version of the game, and then you change things afterwards post launch. I can understand changing the guy's coat pre-launch and giving a reason for the ASRB. I get that, but everything else after that, I feel like you should be held liable. Anything after that. So
I think
I don't know.
every detail that you subtract from it's core material. This is your canon. This is where everything comes from. If you change and if you subtract details that first were there and kind of created that magical fabric, you are betraying, again, like with these other companies, you're betraying your fan base. You're betraying what the customer also wants, what his expectations are, and therefore, yes, in a way, it's definitely unlawful. But like with terms of service and how these companies usually get around, if we can really kind of spin a legal case out of it, I really doubt it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And honestly, Coach, not only that, but like it's got people, because I literally experienced this last week. It's got people now, understandably so, hyper on the lookout for it. So I was playing the remake of Resident Evil, of the first one last week, and the game was remade in 2002, and then it got an HD re-release relatively recently within the last few years. So I'm playing the HD re-release on Steam last week, right? And I'm playing as Jill. And in the OG game, back in standard definition TV on the GameCube, when you're running, she's got a bit of jiggle physics to her titties when she runs, like nothing major, just like a little bit, like a lot of Japanese games do. And so I'm playing the new version on Steam, and I found myself watching just to see if they had removed it. Not because I give a really fuck about it. You spend most of the game running, you see the character's back or whatever, but I was just genuinely curious. Like, I wonder if Steam removed the jiggle physics from Jill's tits. Not just so you guys know, they didn't. But why the fuck was I thinking about that? Looking for it? Because they've trained us to look for this level of censorship because we see it so often.
Yeah. To me, this is also what you're, just to conclude this, because I think this is truly important. As a researcher, I can tell you they are deleting the internet. There are sites and internet pages that I looked up a couple of years ago for research, for historical sites, a lot of stuff that has been canceled very quietly out of the internet. So, of course, this is like the outrage that we're creating here is true. For us, it's important, and it should be definitely kind of noted and brought to a discussion. But way more importantly, sometimes this could be just a distraction. The gamers, they look into this direction when they silently delete 5 million internet pages a day without ever taking them back. They're subtracting knowledge out of the mass conscience, right? And they're distracting us with these little, of course, these offensive things that they're doing against us. But I think the crimes, like what Kara was saying, the crimes there go way, way deeper. When you erase history and you do it in the current time, the people, of course, will create outrage that are kind of, concerned by that. But the people who created that false narrative that they, placed on top of the original fabric of history, they won't delete it. And so in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years from now, the people that were outraged back then probably are dead, probably are silent, probably are paid off, probably made silent in some other ways. And so this new artificial fabric that was created 40 years ago is now the accepted truth. Does this make sense? So for them, it doesn't matter. They are creating now something for the future. Our outrage is contemporary, but they're planning long term. And so for them, it's like, yeah, sure. We just silence them, and over time, we're going to win through the volume.
Really quick. I got a $10 donation on Cash App. I just wanted to call it out really quick. It says, for heterophobic war, it's V for Vendetta and Equilibrium. So shout out to I think it comes in as JM. I'm sorry, I can't see what the full thing is. I also got a $10 super chat over on Streamlabs from Jeremy with no message. So I just want to make sure you guys got recognition for that. And Adam Reveal for 2 says, we saw this coming, which I agree. I mean, honestly, I don't agree though. I didn't really see this coming when it comes to Lara Croft. I thought
I worked in retro gaming, so this is something that I've been very aware of, or at least been made aware of within the last 4 to 5 years, was just the very tiny little changes that are happening from companies. So it's just, and that's why I think retro gamers are really important in having, and I'm not a fan of piracy, I will say that, but I do think having emulators and backing up your games is really important to preservation. I think that having the original copies of your game is extremely important for reasons like this. And so it's just because a lot of those people who because it's good to bring the receipts. It's good to have the receipts for that type of stuff, especially for the side by side.
I interviewed a lot of
and
people.
Hypno, if I can, real quick, I wanted to talk about that super chat where they mentioned equilibrium, because while that's a good comparison, especially V for Vendetta, I feel like it's actually worse because in equilibrium, all feeling, all emotion was illegal. And you know what? As bad as that is, at least it's equal across the board. No, they want us to have feeling, but they want us to have it for one specific side of the political and ideological aisle. And I would say that's far worse, because at that point it is politics and law and legality picking an emotional side. They want us all to feel sorry for all the trans people who are going through such a tough time in their lives. They want us to feel sorry for all the white women that never got a chance in a man's world. Like, no, they want us to have emotions, and they want those emotions to be weak-willed pussifications of what they were, because strong men, hard times.
Right. And I also wanted to kind of mention something. I'm just trying to catch up on super chats, and then Coach go after. I'm sorry. The Nobody for Five, they got sued by someone who crashed their car while spanking it to the pinup posters while playing Pokewoke and creating a Diablo Lizzo lookalike. Wow. I'm gonna call it Pokewoke. That's actually pretty good.
That's a hell of a mashup right there.
Indeed.
That is a hell of a matchup. Charles D. Vane, member for 4 months. Thank you, man. Says, I second the vote of making Kara a permanent member of Saturday Night Hypnosis and to kick Ryan Atreus. What's up, my... Go ahead, Atreus, say it.
Black gentleman.
You don't get me to repeat that shit after saying kick me. Fuck you.
Wyatt, you should...
No, I think he meant to put a comma.
Stupid bastard.
I don't think he was saying that.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a period there. It's supposed to be kick Ryan, period. Atreus, what's up, my NY?
Yeah, that's what
okay, what's going on, my nigga? What's happening?
There you go. Wyatt, you shill, and Kara, what us your name? What is
your name?
Kara
Is
Lynne,
that what you're
that's her
trying to say? Yeah, Carolyn. You can follow me on Twitter if you want.
There you go.
You want me
You can do
kicked,
that.
but you
Last but
don't
not least.
realize that Atreus is a moron.
I'm waiting on the
But he's prettier to look at.
I'm waiting on the punch.
I've heard so much more insightful shit from Atreus than I've ever heard from you.
Dude, Kara's gonna be permanent, man. These roasts are just insane. I can't go another night without them. They're too good. They're too good. T-Jap, thank you so much for 5 memberships, man. I appreciate you so much. Just to kind of piggyback off that last conversation with Leon, the problem for me is that this particular game, especially, a lot of the fan base, and maybe because I watch Melanie Mac videos and stuff like that, and I see the comments with the Lara Croft, when I remember how hyped she was when the game was being showcased and how it was very true to the original. I feel like they marketed this game and sold this game on the premise of being true to the originals 100%, just like better graphics. They didn't modernize Lara, right? They didn't make her into some androgynous version. They kept her the same. They just literally remastered the game. I know it sounds crazy, but that's all they did. So I feel as if they marketed this game and sold this game under the premise of this is just going to be a remastered version of the original. If you like the original Lara Croft, you're going to like this one a ton. This is for the fans. This is a passion project, blah, 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 whatever. Especially since Crystal Dynamics wasn't involved. That made it even better for a lot of people. Now, with this coming out as a post-launch censor, now you got all those fans that you just basically virtue signal to and tried to sell your game to and did sell your game to. Now you got a lot of them distrusting you, and you got a lot of them questioning who did this, why did you do this, what's the motive? Even if it's something simple like posters, you're not what you said you were. Now a lot of people are going to start questioning. You might even get a few refunds. Who really knows? But I think that this might hurt the image of this company. Not that they really care, because I mean they remastered all the games, so it doesn't matter at this point. But I really feel like that's what brings the legality aspect into it. Like they marketed this game as one thing, they sold it as one thing, and now it's starting to slowly but surely become something else. If they do this censor, what's to stop them from doing something else that's problematic, right? She's got a lot of sexy outfits that show a lot more than what's showing in that poster. Who's to say that they won't censor those in the future?
And you know
it's just making people question a lot. That's all. Good. Why?
You know, violence is wrong and guns are scary. So maybe they just change those, because she's all about finding knowledge now and not raiding truth. So why does she need guns anyway?
Right.
So maybe she'll just be like picking flowers while she's looking for the truth.
Right. Coach, go ahead. What were you going to say before?
I was just wondering, like, you guys, what is the end result of all this, right? It's flatten out every type of originality out of every type of creation, every type of culture. Look at music. Like we talked about this, like from the 90s on, music just basically sucked. And every time you have a great artist that is kind of blossoming up, they're just, throwing drugs and money at him, so he's quiet and he produces bullshit for the rest of his career. And the same thing is true for fashion. The same thing is true for filmmaking. It seems like they want to stop at all means. And this kind of started with the 2000s. In my opinion, it kind of started there, and that they wanted to stop as much as they can any type of real spark, real originality. So the thing that we should do, and what we're doing is a little fragment of that, but in order to fight back, we need to create as much as we can. We need to be as creative as possible. So we don't need to watch this stuff anymore just because it gives us what, like, we can fight about, we can laugh about, we can have controversies, we can, ride it to death, but we shouldn't watch it like we used to, like, because what we said today is we get entrenched with these products. We start becoming fans of these products, like with Warhammer. We start creating those cults around them. But the people who produce these games, these culture, assets today, they don't care about fans anymore. They don't care about passion anymore. All they care about is to have this type of conformity. Nothing needs to be truly original. Everything needs to stick to the agenda. And the less spark you have, the better it is. We don't want to give people hope, by no means, right? We don't want to inspire people. Oh, no, for God's sake. Let's not create heroes or anything like that, right? Everything needs to be kind of putting down to that level where everybody feels comfortable as a victim, because misery likes company. So the thing that we need to do is to be as great as we can, to come up with as much great content as we possibly can and create our own culture, period.
Well said, man. Well said. I agree.
Coach, I have a question.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
No, he
Why
was not
did you
born
start?
from a thesaurus.
I'm just wondering how you got roped into with these guys.
I
Damn,
love
what
these
is with
guys.
the
What do you mean?
roast tonight?
I'm an OG. I was there since day one. No, the thing is,
I like all you so far.
No, by the end.
Not
of the
me,
week,
apparently. Shit, roast are just out. Shit.
I need them. They're very important for my mental health.
I'm about to race swap you with Gothics. This shit is crazy. At least she was on my side. What the fuck? I'm just kidding. I love Kara. Kara's cool. Kara's got to be a permanent member.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about, and I think this is where Leon is going to transition fully on screen. You should know where I'm going with this.
To talk about Wizards of the fucking woke, aren't we?
Wizards of the Coast.
And this is where the black guy checks out.
Right, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I already removed the face. Don't worry about it. It's useless.
I'm black on the inside, so I'm
out. Wizards of the Coast executive. By executive, I believe they were the CEO. Resigns as Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering are sinking from identity politics. Now, Wizards of the Coast CEO, what's her name? Cynthia something? Williams?
Cynthia Williams. This bitch right here. The person has been ruining every hobby I love for the last 2.5 goddamn years.
This woman right here is the prime example of what we've been talking about all night, which is they come in, they get the money, and they leave. Like, it's basically it. They come in, they take the money, they ruin everything around them. They don't care about maintaining the company. They don't care about maintaining the IP. They don't care about respecting the lore. They don't care about none of that. Just come in, take it, abuse it, destroy it, and move on with their lives. Millionaires, right?
But it is even worse than that in this fucking instance, because this is the only goddamn company where get woke, go broke has failed. We see Disney losing billions. We see video game corporations straight up like shutting down after shit like Saints Row. But Magic the Gathering and D&D are flourishing. They're making the most money they've ever made because for whatever reason, specifically Magic the Gathering is it is literally like a drug. D&D as well, but to a lesser extent because it's not quite as monetized. So when you've got people who are obsessed, just like with Warhammer 40K, in buying these trade trading cards and buying these art books and buying these rule sets because their lives revolve around. They go to tournaments every weekend. They spend so much time and money. It is such a commitment to their lives that they don't care about. I don't know if they're willfully ignoring it, because I've actually interviewed Magic players. I've got several videos on my channel about people that are interested. I've interviewed Magic players, and it's like a 50-50 split. There's the people that just don't even know what's going on, or the people that acknowledge it's going on, don't like that it's going on, but they are not willing to quit playing the game because it's such a big, because they are addicted to it. It is like a literal drug. So we can't even, I can make a million fucking videos. I made a million fucking videos on why Wizards of the Coast is quite literally the worst company in the culture war. And while the videos do relatively well, nobody cares. They are still actually making record profits, as opposed to, because Hasbro, the parent company, is getting woke and going broke. Wizards of the Coast is subsidizing every bit of Hasbro's profit, quote unquote. So when you see things like Black Aragorn and you see the entire internet throwing a fit about it, or not even ideological woke stuff, when you see them just pandering to monetize everything they can, selling you 4 packs of Magic cards that are tournament illegal reprints for $1,000, and people are roasting them for it on the internet, the company is still making money. People can't quit this fucking drug, so she can come in, ruin these IPs as much as she wants, and get away scot-free. There's not even damage done.
Well, it's because, listen, you got the collector aspect, first off. I appreciate the nerd rage, by the way. It's passion. You got the collector aspect of it, which, I mean, that has to play into their favor at some point for Magic the Gathering, right? Like you like think about how much support this company is getting just from collectors alone. Then you got semi-casuals, and you got casuals or whatever, which I don't really think there's a casual Magic the Gathering player, but let's just be consistent.
No, actually, no, it's funny because there are casual Magic, and even casual Magic the Gathering players spend a fuck ton of money. That's the thing. Even to be a casual, it takes financial resources, which is wild.
But I think it's because with trading card games, the same reason with like Pokemon cards, right? With trading card games, I think it's always going to have that aspect of like just the collector aspect. And I think that Magic the Gathering definitely has more of a community aspect, I would imagine. Like you said,
in fact, it's funny you bring up Pokemon. A lot of Magic players are moving to Pokemon, the ones that actually do acknowledge what's going on and are sick of it, whether it be because of the financial aspect or the political aspect or both. A lot of them are moving to Pokemon, and they all say, we don't like the game as much, but they're treating us better.
Yeah, but look what's happening with Pokemon though. Look what's happening with Pokemon Go. Pokemon Company is hiring a diversity and equity inclusion officer. So they're hiring a DEI officer. So it's only a matter of time before the games and maybe even the cards start getting affected with bullshit. So don't be surprised. I mean, when they race swap Pikachu, that's it. It's over. Like you already know shit's gonna hit the fan.
They better not fucking mess with Pikachu.
As much of a joke.
Sorry,
that
I got
is,
back just in time for that.
as much of a joke that may seem,
fine words.
Let's be real. Anything's possible at this point.
I mean, there are female Pikachus out there. That's fine if they want to do the new age.
No, Blackachu's going to get them all.
No, they're going to be non-binary.
Blackachu's going to really catch them all,
They're going to be
non-binary. All your stuff will be
Pikachu
worthless.
is Pikachu.
Yep.
Well, she really has a lot of people.
That's gonna be
That's just what's within reach.
Ryan, we heard you the first 3 times you said it. It just wasn't as funny.
I'm just going to say it again. Blackachu.
Lod 689.
Oh no, that's just Netflix Pikachu.
For sure. Can't kick Ryan. He is our token Klansman.
Guys, there is something interesting on Wikipedia about the artist.
Sorry, Coach.
No, don't worry. I'm sorry. The artist who has drawn this digitally, this Magali Villeneuve, she was denied entrance to the United States, and she received a 5 years ESTA visa waiver term ban because of the stuff that she was drawing. So the United States in 2018, in August 2018, they kind of said that Villeneuve, had held overnight in an immigration customs enforcement facility before being sent back to their respective home countries, denied entrance to the United States, detained on the way to a concept push because of the art that she was creating. It was somehow threatening to the United States, and now she's making art for Magic. It's incredible.
It looks like AI art. I'm not.
It is. Do not fucking
Yeah,
say
it's
that,
digital.
Gooch. No, it just. First of all, as much as I'm going to shit on Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering, they have got some of the most talented artists. Literally, they have literal professional painters that come in and do this job. Like they've got some of the best.
The fingers are
artists
too accurate.
I said it looks. I didn't say it was. I said it looks like AI art.
I've met
artists for Magic the Gathering, and they do some amazing. I mean, I'm married to an artist. My husband is an artist, and so there was this whole thing that went on a few weeks. It was like last month or something about how because he had done a fan art of Yaira for the release that we did, and that whole thing circulated because it's obviously AI art, like circling this and this, and like no artist would ever make this mistake. And it's just like it's just a lot of people who are claiming that's AI art don't actually know anything about art. And they're just saying that, but there are pointers of like obvious AI art, but at the same time, and I don't even claim AI art as art. It's AI content because it's not actually.
I'm an artist myself, and I'm just saying it has a look like similar to AI art. That's all. I'm not saying it is. It has that vibe to it, though.
But this is like this piece right here is Magic the Gathering art.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. And that is why it makes it appealing to AI artists, is because this particular style is softer. And that is why it's geared towards that, is because so many people used this style within the AI algorithms to try and teach them. So this is why
basically, Gooch, AI art looks like this. This does not look like AI art. AI art looks like this.
Well, okay, I apologize. I didn't mean to ruffle your pubes. So like but like even DC Comics are like, they put out some covers and they're retracting them because they were AI art that looks similar to this. So like, I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. I've been using AI art to kind of like put out some of the templates of what the characters in my book might look like. I don't see all the hatred. I'm like, shit.
I think for the majority of regular people, I think they just use AI art as like the new insult. Like they just think that by claiming something AI is AI art, like that's like getting your insult out on someone. That's all. There's nothing wrong with using it as inspiration though for your characters though. Like if Atreus, you wanted to use AI art, maybe you wanted to get ideas for what you might want the character to look like.
Eventually, one day I'm gonna have to get like a real
to an artist for permission to really flesh out the characters.
Exactly.
That I can understand. AI is a tool. It is not. It is not a end all be all. It is not the whole shebang. You can use it to kind of help provide inspirations. I think that's
for
fine.
sure. If you want to create mood boards, it's supreme. But if you replace the actual process of creating art by just typing in a couple of words and let the computer or the chip produce the rest, that's not art anymore, right? So Magali, she admits that she does just digital art, right? If I look at the arc in the back of the tower, there is something quite off. So this looks like it was made by someone in flesh and blood, because this wouldn't be the mistake of a computer. If you look at the tower in the back, the arc in the perspective is wrong where it's ending. So there are a couple of things off. This could happen to someone who's doing it. Like this is a human mistake, I would say. I wouldn't think that AI would do such a mistake in perspective and drawing and the bows of the art.
It would.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Okay. No, then
because like
regardless of the AI art conversation, like the fact of the matter is, when it comes to Wizards of the Coast and when it comes to people spending money on this, it's no matter what we do thus far, our efforts have been in vain with this particular company, which is what makes the fact this woman is leaving her job so surprising. Because why leave now? Why cut and run when there's been reputational damage? Absolutely. But if that reputational damage has not translated to financial damage, it makes me wonder what her reason for leaving is. And while I want to look at this as a W, be like, yeah, this woman's going to leave. We were all excited when Susan Wojcicki left YouTube. Then lo and behold, homeboy, they got to replace her, far fucking worse. So it makes me wonder what is to come if somebody like
it's worse. Yes.
Because it's usually a stepping stone. So these kind of people used, like, it's like going to Marvel. They go to Marvel, and then like writers will go to Marvel, use their message or their agenda and put themselves into the characters and do whatever they want to do for these characters and ruin them. But they use that as a stepping platform to go into Netflix or go into Disney or do whatever else.
Why cut and run when your company is at the highest it's ever been, and do so without naming a successor? She actually she cut it. She didn't even name a successor. In fact, they have until April 26th, which I believe is this coming Friday or so, to find a successor. They are Wizards of the Coast said they are potentially going to hire from out. They're looking internally, but they will also be looking at external hiring factors. She wasn't an internal hire. She came from fucking Microsoft. She was the head of a Microsoft gaming division. What would possess a person who is at the height of power, at the height of a company's financial power, to cut and run unless there's something else going on? I want to know the back end shit. There's something else to this.
Well, yeah, that's pretty obvious. I wanted to bring up that topic really quick as we wind down. This particular person was actually planted by the CEO of
Chris
Hasbro.
Cox.
Yeah, Chris Cox.
Chris Cox again lives up to his fucking name. Chris Cox is a.
But the thing is, the special about her is that she was named CEO of Wizards of the Coast, and she didn't even know or have zero experience with either products, Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering. She absolutely knew basically nothing of it, which makes you wonder.
She's a fucking fat white woman in her like mid 40s or 50s. You think she grew up playing Dungeons and Dragons in 1987? Fucking no.
But then
she was ridiculing the people playing Dungeons and Dragons in 1987 while she was at the mall with the buddies.
Of course, but my question then is that if okay, show me where she touched you on the doll. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've got like $700 in my hands of loyalty to this company right now. They've spent the last 10 years burning. Piss on this fucking company.
Well,
oh man,
okay. So my question,
Do you want some butthurt cream with that?
Yeah, she needs to come on here all the time.
Yeah,
you know what? Alyssa Mercanti is just sitting there going, the water's going down your butt cheeks.
Yo, she might be able to roast with black people, dog. Honestly speaking, god damn.
Why do you have butthurt cream to begin with, though? That's the more interesting.
Yeah,
just curious.
Ask Leon.
I don't need it. I've got my Gina Carano lotion still. So
why do you have? I'm not. You know what? I don't even want to know.
I made it specifically for tonight. I made it for that joke.
I'm sure you did. Sure.
It's Bath and Body Works. This is expensive shit. You think I'm going to waste this on jerking off? No, this is clearly for my skin.
Oh yeah, hey yo, I be at Bath and Body Works too. They shit. I fuck with them the long way.
Wow. Okay. My question is that if Chris Cox planted this woman, right, with Wizard of the Coast, who had zero experience, and she ran the company for 2.5 years, and it's the most successful it's ever been, even though it's the most hated it's probably ever been, why would it be so difficult to find a successor? Why not just throw someone else in there who has zero experience, who probably just came from another company? I don't understand the struggle here to find a successor when it clearly couldn't have been that hard in the first place. I mean, look who you put as CEO. It's not like financially speaking she did a bad job,
right?
Maybe publicly speaking she did a bad job, but
that's
financially speaking she did it.
Eternally you have ratings like doctors. That's the paradox. Like famous doctors, they don't want to actually perform very complicated surgeries because that could lower their pointage, right? There's their score rate. So if you have a very successful CEO and then you call for another CEO, the one that steps in knows that it's very hard to be as successful as the previous one, so they're gonna deem him a failure. So everybody is kind of avoiding the obvious job, like in medicine. Everybody's doing the stuff that is absolutely easy, so that the score rate can go up. So to find someone who replaces this woman, who must be then more successful, otherwise he will be deemed a failure, is very tough. So whether you get someone internally,
not more successful, more diverse. That's
more
where
diverse,
it's going, if
right.
you ask me, and more diverse. Like
I agree with you.
Wrong, but I genuinely believe that she is stepping down now. Because first you had Chris Cox, white dude, who again was a part of Wizards of the Coast's recent rise financially. And then you had this woman come in who destroyed the company reputation-wise, but did very well on the financial side. Now she's here. She's been here for 2.5 years. It's time to let a white woman step aside. Now you're going to have a black woman or a tranny or something like that effect, because Wizards of the Coast is even more committed to diversity being our strength than Disney is. That is not an exaggeration. That is all they've talked about the last 5 years. They've been banning cards for being racist. They've been changing character ethnicities. They've been changing character backstories, sexualities. They've gone on press tours talking about how they want white men out of the hobby, despite the fact that white men are the only reason this game is successful. Because how many black people you see playing goddamn Magic the Gathering? They all play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sincerely addicted to this game. Really addicted. I was really addicted to this game. It was like a drug to me. Like Magic was, I was dreaming of that. My mom would wake me up in the middle of the night, just like, you're talking about the game again, because I was like, I was crazy about this game.
Well, for our opposition,
that was correct.
Well, for our opposition, the Wizards of the Coast model would likely be their future. See what's going on with Wizards of the Coast, with Magic the Gathering, and then take that mindset and take what they're doing and then spread it across all the other industries. If it can work for them with their fanatical audience, then maybe, sprinkle that fanaticism everywhere else. It is a bit of a worry.
Do you think she was asked to step down, or did she step down of her own accord? Do we know that?
It hasn't been revealed whatsoever what her reason for stepping down was, but I've had that same question. Like, because this is, I don't know, we've seen this a lot in gaming recently. We've seen a lot of head honchos in video gaming step down after just a few years, but to my knowledge, we haven't seen it in tabletop RPGs. Now, granted, that's not near as big a market, but still, it's not something. So I'm wondering if this is more of a shift of just the entertainment culture in general that's finally affecting the tabletop RPG / card game space.
No,
but I don't know.
The oscillations of CEOs is getting faster and faster.
I admit I only heard about all this today, whenever Hypnotic was telling me what the topics were going to be today. So I started reading some different articles. Hey, I mean, I've been to Wizards of the Coast parties. They can fucking party. I'll just tell you that right now. My God, they can party. I went to them at DreamHack, but
oh my God,
shit.
Wait, what year?
I used to work for DreamHack. I used to manage like tabletop stream studio.
I swear to God, I may have ran into you and never fucking known it then. I go to the DreamHack Magic the Gathering qualifiers every year.
Leon's got the biggest boner right now. Like, look at him. He's just so happy. Like, he's got the weirdest. Like,
this woman can roast me.
You know where his bird is sitting on right
here
now.
For it.
Pause. But like, I've never played Magic the Gathering. I've met with them. I've partied with them. I've interviewed them before. But from what I was reading into this, to me, it sounds like the board is pushing her out, because after only 2.5 years, that's what it's reading like to me personally. So,
but this is,
I agree.
It's becoming a trend, guys. That CEOs are just there a couple of years and then bada boom the next one, bada boom the next one, because they don't want to stick long term with a company. They don't want to be part of the declining curve. They just do push out a couple of products, they push a couple of buttons, they take their rewards, and they go as winners.
Tell that to Kathleen Kennedy. That bitch won't leave no matter if she's dead.
Well, keywords: reputational damage could cause internal strife.
But the reputational damage, I could be wrong, but I would think that reputational damage is not outweighed by financial gains, and her legacy will be the highest selling Magic the Gathering set that's ever been released, because it was under her watch where they got the Lord of the Rings license, which will, in my opinion, it was Magic the Gathering's most financially successful set in their 30-year history, and I doubt it will ever be topped, and that will be her legacy. So when you've got such financial gains under your belt, I'll be real, I don't know what reputational damage, while there has been a lot of it in the last 2.5 years, will outweigh that.
Well, maybe the bitch decided to retire early and sail off into the sunset with her gigolos. We don't know.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday Night Hypnosis episode 87 is coming to an end. What an insane episode. I have never been on a show where all of us got roasted by the guest, but here we are. This is what we are experiencing.
Yeah, Gooch got scot-free, actually. It's kind of unfair.
Well, Gooch roast himself. That's basically it. Gooch, you could try, but you roast yourself.
I mean, I'm looking at him. Is that enough?
Why does she say it with such a straight face? That clip is now going to be called the Carolyn clip. That's what it's going to be. Add that to the lore on.
You got to change her face
Discord.
and like make it so it's her face on the dude in the clip.
I'll have Nerd Wars do that tonight. Don't worry about it. All right, guys. No, seriously, tonight was awesome. What a great fucking episode, man. Chat was absolutely wild. I appreciate all of you who were in here. We're gonna do our outros. Starting with Atreus. Take it away.
Yo, what up, guys? Y'all know what we're doing after the show. We're going to watch the newest episode of Shogun.
Oh man, you're gonna play.
It is. Can't wait to watch it. Hey, fuck you, man. But yeah, though, subscribe, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? Come join the Discord with us, and watch shows. I got a new co-host coming every week in the Discord. Shout out to Jess. So just become a channel member and come watch movies and TV shows with your boy. Bad, worse, good, whatever. So
Perfect. Leon, take it away.
Dude, another Saturday night in the books. Has been an awesome show. It's getting real fucking warm in here from all the heat we were all taking. So mad shout out to Kara for being able to hang with the boys. Like, no exaggeration. You've probably been one of the best female guests we've ever had in that regard. So, kudos to you. Everyone on the show, as always, did a fantastic job with the exception of Ryan. Everybody remember, there is good out there. We spend a lot of time talking about the negatives.
Fuck you, tranny demon.
Spent a lot of time talking about things that are wrong with culture, but there is good stuff out there. Fallout was good. Late Night with the Devil was good. I was going to see Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare tomorrow. Hopefully that's good. All in all, to celebrate the positives just as much as the negatives, because that's also how we're going to take culture back, is reminding people that it is not all bad. Point out the bad when you see it, but celebrate the good when you see it as well. And if you want nerdy news coverage with a political lens, come on over to my channel, Words of Paradise, new videos almost every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And then I do my 2 live shows on Monday. That's the Countercast, and then the Neon Leon show Friday nights. They have been a blast. So anyone that wants to come over, would love to have you. The lovely Sonia Lysette in the chat there, mods for it. Same with Lavistro. They're sweethearts. And would love to see you. Thanks again. Killed it tonight, boss.
Coach, take it away.
We have episode 29 coming up of the Open Class Doodle on Tuesday, and episode 30 on Thursday. And it's been a blast. Twice a week we're live. And joining me is this good sir up there. I know. He needs a friend, guys. Ryan Roger Ethe needs a friend. I'm there for him, right? This is how we make our culture strong again as well. The most feeble and the weakest one, we kind of accept them in our safe harbor and we protect them and we nourish them.
You can't get anyone else on your show, Coach. That's
exactly.
Why I'm on
You're the only one. And Dragon Slayer commentaries. But actually, our handbag of the gods.
He's the Corky of the group.
He is the Corky of the group. But he's great, man. People are calling for him. Right? We made a lot of subscribers with our last show, and we're gonna definitely continue also to
worship pine
cones, apparently, right? We continue our goofy research into history and finding the clue that brings everything together, the grand unified scheme of history. We're on the research of that, and it's a beautiful episode, super fun. Entertaining as well. We have the masterclass coming up April 27th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Zoom. You can register on Eventbrite. It's a great occasion to kind of, bring some new performing tools into your toolbox. Kind of, if you're an actor, performer, entertainer, breaking down the script, analyzing the script, and word building, character building. This is like one of our superpowers as entertainers, no matter what type of entertainer you are. So definitely check out that masterclass as well, and catch me here every Saturday with this crazy, beautiful bunch of creative people as well. Thanks, Chad, for being there. Thanks, Kara. Please come back. Please don't leave me alone with these guys. Please come back. Let's have some, some more educated discussions here and there. Just a couple of remarks, a couple of seconds. That would just make my day. Thank you, Hypnotic, for making this. Love you guys. See you next
That's about as long as he can last.
Oh, my God.
Dun, 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 dun. Look who's talking. Look who's talking.
Why the fuck you lying?
Your cousin, man. He sends me pictures, so you can't imagine.
On that note,
of the PP.
On that note, Carolyn, take it away.
What's up? Hi. Thank you guys so much for letting me come and crash the party tonight. That was fun. I just like talking shit to my friends. I mean, I grew up as a gamer, so this is the type of like kind of chats I'm used to. And so this is what I enjoy. This is I feel the most like I wouldn't say most like me, but at least most at ease is whenever like I can just talk shit. You guys can talk shit back, and it's fun. I had a really good time tonight, and thank you guys for letting me be a part of the gang this evening.
How did you grow up a gamer? We've been led to believe that our kind with penises didn't let you into the hobby until recently.
Oh no, hold on.
She's grabbing her penis.
I was like, wait, what?
No, that's actually right here.
Ooh.
Whoa! I thought it was gonna be.
Hey, look, Ryan,
it looks like totally different.
Yeah, me too.
And it's
I
brown.
made this.
Wow.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Now, the question is, what's his name?
Atreus.
It'd be darker.
No, I think it's the wrong color.
Every girl always names it.
Hey, light bright sure ain't white, Kara.
I think it's Sauron. I think his name is Sauron.
You know what? I think that's lore we probably don't need to know, to be honest with you.
No,
Not the first
both my
night.
parents were gamers. Is how I got into
I thought she was
gaming.
about to say both her parents were gay. I was gonna say.
No.
Clearly not.
No,
Tell them where they could
exactly.
tell them where they could find you, Kara.
You can find me over on Twitter and here on YouTube at Kara_creates. It is right here. That and the mods have been awesome. I've been seeing my Twitter link going through the chat. You guys are fantastic. I just most of my content is gaming. That's a lot of what I do. So like Sunday morning, tomorrow at 10 a.m. I will be building a shocker, a Pikachu Lego set.
Nice.
And then I will be on Sunday Fun Day with Quarter Black Garrett and as Hills versus Babyface and X-Ray Girl to play. I think we're playing Grounded tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then Thursdays I stream with X-Ray Girl at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's the main things that I do during the week.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure having you. Lots of fun. And you're welcome back anytime. We got 60 Watt for 5 says this lady was obviously doing a terrible job tanking the company. Total failure. In non-sarcastic news, Stellar Blade this Friday. Yeah, I'm excited for Stellar Blade. I can't wait. I can't wait for the jiggle physics. It's going to be exciting. And then John Q Ghost decides to drop 5 memberships right at the end. What a mad lad. Look at this.
I will say for Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, not a single guy got shirtless, and it made me mad.
Wow. Oh, even more of a reason to see it tomorrow. I don't have to look at any sweaty dude.
But there's some really good side boob.
Yes, bring
Win-win.
titties back to the movies,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, you guys get hot chick with side boob, but I only got oiled up arms, and
Perfect.
it's bullshit.
You
Might be the
flat
first
out
movie where I've
misandrous.
ever seen Henry Cavill not take his shirt off.
It's bullshit.
Gooch. The widest Gooch on the internet.
Yo, what's
Hairiest
up,
Gooch on the
Scooch?
internet.
Not the hairiest. Yeah,
Sexiest
this
Gooch
week.
on the internet.
The 3 hours went fast tonight. I can't believe we're already done.
Fucking guest was fucking on fire. That's why.
Oh yeah. The chat was awesome tonight. Totally appreciate all of you. The panel was on fire tonight. Well, one person was on fire tonight, Kara. But this week
Is that a
on
ginger
Dub
joke?
Vocal, maybe. But on Tuesday we continue doing Scavenger's Reign. Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, and then Wednesday is a big night. We got a huge panel. Come on, we got Platoon, we got Bagface, actually Andrew, Vex, the whole crew coming on. We're reviewing Rebel Moon 2, which I almost wanted to vomit watching that freaking movie. It's so bad. We're gonna be ripping that thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna be ripping that apart. And then
Didn't
Thursday
invite me
night,
back because I would defend it. Is that what it is?
if you, I was gonna reach out, but I don't want you to be like the only one. So
Actually, no. I didn't like it. I give it credit, a little bit more credit than most people, but even I didn't like it. I won't lie.
yeah, it's garbage. But yeah, and then Thursday night we continue with Cyberpunk Edge Runners, doing an episode 5 on that one. Yeah, episode 5. So we've been doing a lot of animated reviews, and after those we're going to be doing X-Men 97 and Invincible. We're going to be doing that right after. So come visit, and we'll see you guys soon.
Very cool. Wyatt's Metal, the savior of metal. Take it away.
The savior of metal. Yeah, feel free to check out my channel. I make fun of metal stuff. I just released a video on the biggest concert Karen you will ever hear about in your entire life. It was fucking hilarious. Check it out. My band has our first EP now on all streaming platforms. We have a fundraiser going to help us get to our concert in Europe this summer. There will be links for that on my channel and stuff. Do lots of cool things. It's awesome hanging out here. Really cool to hang out with Kara. I love how you can just fire off back and forth. You remind me of why we liked women in gaming and the nerd spaces in the first place. When no sense of like, oh, how come you don't allow us? You just walk in and continue the shit. Right. You walk in and you hit right back under like, damn, you're awesome. All right, come hang out. That's exactly how it should be. So
that's how we got tricked.
Yeah. But yeah,
we let the based ones in, and then you guys spawned unbased ones. And then that's just.
I didn't spawn shit. You can't blame it on me.
No, not you. Just others. Anyway, Wyatt, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it for me. Take it away, Ryan.
Don't you got something on Spotify?
What?
You got a new song on? Oh, you did? Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, go ahead, Ryan.
All right, then. Since Will's not here, I'll shill for his channel. Check out Will of the Fans. Tomorrow we'll be having the Doctor Who show, Who of the Fans, live with Will as the host and me and Golden Age Geek as the guests. That will be at 2 p.m. UK time. Well, it'll be today for UK time because it's 4 o'clock in the morning here. Of course, for Tuesday, I will be a guest of Coach's show, Open Class Doodles. Hopefully, Dragon Slayer will be there and we'll have a great time, a great talk. I'll also be on, is it Triple M or Quadruple M? Words will be on that show. We'll be talking about.
Wait, you're coming on Triple M this Monday?
Yes, yes. Talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes.
Nice.
Love that damn film. Love the
I probably should have shouted that out. Sorry, couldn't always ask what you're watching. Yeah, everyone watch Triple M on Monday.
Triple M?
Yeah, movies.
Triple M.
Madness. Something.
Mayhem. Mischief Mayhem movie.
Oh, Triple M. I thought y'all was saying Triple N, like nigga. Like that's what I thought.
The sound that Chainsaw makes, right?
Yes, but I will be on plenty of shows.
Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. That shit was funny as fuck. I don't care what nobody say. I laughed.
I will be on plenty of shows over the next few days, which is always good, and plenty more videos will be released over the next week. So you know where to find me. Like, share, subscribe to the iconic Hypnotic. Of course, check out.
They know where to find
our
you.
links in the description down below. And if you are also inclined, check out everyone else on the panel, including Atreus. Get Atreus to 10,000 subscribers. He's getting there. He can succeed.
So am I.
I don't know. YouTube hitting me with the uppercuts right now. I appreciate it, but goddamn,
yeah, I'm feeling it too.
Comments and all type of stuff. It's all
yeah, I'm feeling it.
Gooch, you're doing it very quickly. We need to give Atreus a boost now.
That's what she said.
No, hold on. Where Gooch at? Hold on, Gooch. I need you to slow.
Great. Now you're gonna make an internal competition. Now here we go.
I'm almost to 5K. You guys can.
I'm at 6,300 or something like that.
6,000. Oh hell no.
Yeah. He just shut up out of nowhere. He shut up.
Yo, Me Too is coming. Watch, I tell you.
God damn it,
Me Too, your ass. You see how that fucking works for you. I'm not standing for this. Damn that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. A couple things to announce. Obviously, Hypnocast every day, Sunday through Friday. You guys already know that. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Saturday, for episode 88, Saturday Night Hypnosis, we will have none other than Eric July joining us for that stream. So make sure you guys come check it out and come hang out with us at 8 p.m. Eastern this coming Saturday. That should be an interesting one. And that's basically it, man. Go follow my kick. If you guys want to see gaming content, of course, that should be a lot of fun. We're playing Lords of the Fallen right now until Stellar Blade comes out, and then we're gonna start doing that. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Can you drop me the link next week so I can come in and talk shit to Eric and then run away?
Oh,
for sure. For sure. We could definitely make that a thing. Just remind me. I will gladly do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. We're almost to 40,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for your continued support. It's been absolutely wild. The streams have been on fire lately. And I appreciate all you guys supporting the panelists as well. Please make sure to go subscribe to them. Their links are in the description box below. They all do great content, all different kinds of content. So you'll find something you enjoy, I am sure. That's it, man. With that being said, go be bigots. You already know how it goes. And Alyssa Mercante, please stop stalking me. I would greatly appreciate it.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can't.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck baby J, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! 'Cause it's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.
The fuck?
Huh?